And there we go. So now oh yeah, I should probably not do that. I definitely don't want to do that. There we go. So now we're hosting the learning the ropes. It's like the pre-stream, but it's actually the stream because it's already 8 p.m. and stuff. But yeah, let's just press buttons for the meantime. So we like jokes aside, are we missing anything that you can think of? Like, I think we have the notes. We got the general idea of what we want to talk about. I don't have like Daka Wealth notes, and I think that could be annoying. But in the end, does it really matter? You know?
Ah, no, we finished in this game.
Obviously, we do that.
Ah.
Can we do that? I can't believe that. DP? Sure.
Yeah.
just DP? Oh, let me crash you.
Fuck.
Classic. I guess we should either announce or like tell people in announcement. One of the
Yeah,
two.
yeah.
Why? Okay.
Ah, fuck my loops.
No! Oh no! Screw it. No! Ah! Expel the projectile!
Yeah, why would I protect her from this close?
I wonder why. I agree.
Okay, I think it should be or something.
Oh. I 50-50. Can't believe this. Actually, it's pretty good. Okay. Oh wow.
Nope.
I surely
Wow.
I always do that, you know? I mean, it's pretty bad every single time I do that. Wow, I
Oh,
believe this.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's
so
pretty easy.
yeah, there you go. We should probably tell people about the variety we started.
Yeah.
Also, my stream do not appear in the stream channel, which is not important, but you know. How does that even work? Like, how do you make this appear? Like seriously, it doesn't appear nor like it never appear in Hisouten or here.
Couldn't tell.
It is a mystery, I guess. Actually, how to make stream appear in channel for streams? Oh, we are perfectly on time. It's 8 right about now. We are even way on time.
Dead on time.
right on time. So how do we? Wait, why? Yeah, Twitch, I'm live. Can you show me the numbers? There you go. I will. I could use announcement, but like, I wonder.
Do it.
Cute winter, that's nice. Well, I guess it doesn't hurt to just post the stream there. Like, makes sense.
Yeah. Do it.
So, I don't think there's like, you know, any reason to overcomplicate this. So let's get to it. So, music shouldn't be too high, but actually, can you do me a favor? You can actually listen to my my stream. Can you tell me how's the volume?
Okay.
Just keep talking, I guess, and tell me between my voice and the. Let me see, like the
Oh wait, let me. Okay, go on.
uh, sounds, voice, words. The music just ended right now, so that's kind of bogus. There you go. How is it?
Yeah, it looks cool. Looks
Okay,
cool.
okay,
Either way, that will tell if the music's too
okay.
loud.
Every time. Okay, so
Is it? Okay, well,
yeah,
no worries.
it always feels like that. Let me. I cannot
It's
make
fine.
it lower. I mean, I can make it lower. Just need to fix it from here. Here, 75% on Winamp. There we go. This should be definitely like it's slow. It's slow for me. It should be low for everyone else at this point. Okay, so you made the notes without not my help, surely. All you.
Hey, everyone.
All you. Um. As usual. Okay, so without further ado, help words. It doesn't really matter what I pick. Okay, so basically, what do we have here? We're trying to get people like everyone join like from new people from the video made by Novel, right? And we're trying to give them a more insightful, like more in deep view of the game, right? Not just the basic explanations. So
the video did a good job for explaining what makes the game unique, but it still lacks what the general mechanics that are present and how to make best use of everything that's here. So we covered that.
It didn't explain like nothing, not like nothing, but like it explained what makes the game unique and what is on the pure surface, but actually the game wasn't explained. So what do we have here in the notes? Spin off the shmups. Well, I guess I don't really need to read. Well, yeah, Hisoutensoku is the expansion to Scarlet Weather Rhapsody. And it is pretty damn different compared to the Scarlet Weather Rhapsody, but we are not here for that, so let's see.
Yeah.
So, where do we want to go? Through the pure basic, like general mechanics here? Like, I have the notation.
Yeah, that's notation. Yeah, what notation we use in Soku. So, what notation do we use, Yankee? I wonder.
Yeah, so we definitely we didn't prepare ourselves for this. So in Soku is an anime fighter, like it's just an anime fighter. So we are going to utilize this typical annotation for anything anime fighter. So you got 2 to 6, 2 2, 2 1 4, 6 to 3, numbers to indicate your direction. The numpad notation used often for anime fighters. So this is 8, this is 2, 4, 6, the usual. If you play any other anime fighter, it's it's common. And neutral is 5. So this one, for example, is me pressing A, more specifically 5A, or in this case
or
far
5A.
Yeah, in this case, far 5A specifically. This one block. This will be This will be 5A. The buttons in Soku are respectively A, B for weak bullets, C for heavy bullets, and D to fly, dash, or high jump, even. Like this. Yeah, arrows for movements, they give melees. Oh yeah, there is also... There are like macros that we are forced to use because the actual buttons to do stuff don't really work well for some reason.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid because if you use the manual manipulation, you will actually press A or B instead of just doing what the macro is supposed to do. So if you want to switch cards with A plus B, you'll hit A at the same time you switch a card.
You can probably see
don't
me,
want that.
but I don't have the double buttons activated, but otherwise pressing this will change cards or use it. I'm not even sure, I'll be honest. And doing this will change card or use it. I'm not sure. I mean,
so yeah,
macros. Wait, we say macros, but what we mean is like in the option menu of the game, you can automatically like utilize the buttons. Yeah, it's 4 buttons, 4 face buttons, and then for a pad at least, and then 2 extra to change and use cards, respectively, like this. This one is changing cards, as you can see. On my pad,
it's on one button.
Yeah, it's L1 on my pad, and R1 is use card. So those are the buttons that you normally will utilize.
Yeah, you switch card when you were just away from from your opponent, so you won't really change at the same time you are attacking.
Yeah, no, you can't.
But
you can even block.
Like you can just like pressure and then I have to defend and get to the card while he attacks.
When you're in block stun, you cannot change cards, right?
Right.
Something like that, I believe.
You cannot change card during the block stop and hit stop. That's what makes it obnoxious when you're doing 5A and you can't change cards. Or if I get hit, I can't change card.
I'll mesh change card like this, and then mesh melee. Look how he slows down. It slows down while doing it. Nothing. We just started. How much of this? No way. Do you really need the card activation button? Sure I do, because otherwise you have to utilize the macro system, which is, trust me, not great. It's kind of bogus. Like this one is necessary to utilize this button. It's important to utilize the spell card, otherwise I cannot use anything.
It really takes buttons, but 4 of them are really essential for all-time gameplay. The 2 over, you don't need them all the time. It's just occasionally you will press the buttons and it will do the job you want, and that's it.
30 CPU. My brain, my PC is frying. Oh, jeez, too many frames. So let me see here. Notes. So where? Oh, we're already moving to grazing and movements. Well, they are connected to what we already said. So
yeah.
So basically, one of the main peculiar things about Soku is obviously movements. It's probably the most unique thing about the game, because if you play any other fighting games, you might often see something like jumping and then dashing into a direction, usually backwards. Oops, backwards like this. Wait, backwards like this. There we go. Like this, or forward.
Some characters can do instant air dash quite easily. Yogari isn't easy to do instant air dash with, but Yomu can do it super easily.
Yeah, I cannot execute it for some reason.
Yeah, on pad it's a bit difficult. On keyboards, really, it does.
Oh, I see it now. It's this one. Wait. Something like that, kinda.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you go into 5. Yeah, I see it.
But instant air dash in this game isn't really so present because it keeps you up in the air, while the better movement for attacking someone on the ground is just
besides the height of the instant air dash is still pretty really tall. Like it's really high in the sky, so it's not that great either. It's useful, don't get me wrong, but you know.
Yeah. Anyhow.
So yeah, movements. But
you've got the basic movements. So moving backward, forward. Okay, easy. Now you have backdash, and there is
wait. We were talking about like air dashing. I think it's important to note that you have an extra one.
Yeah, we have.
That's big. Like the thing that changes from other higher fighters is that when you dash, you can do it another time, like once, twice. You can do it forward, backwards, forward, and not only that, but you can do it in multiple directions. The air dashing is only back and forth like this, but in Hisoutensoku you can actually fly like this, and you can do it in all 8 directions. Which is pretty big. Like you can do like this,
and you can even bend.
You can even do neutral and neutral up, neutral down, which is pretty big because you can jump into someone like this, and then stop by going like down immediately, which is big, or even jump and then slightly fly like this, and use the gravity to move around, which is a pretty good trick. How do you do that? I need some specification. Okay. So you hold D in the air, and then like 9, 7, and there we go. Wait.
You press any direction.
There we go.
And
see?
Yeah, it's the D button.
Yeah, the D button is dash, but in the air it becomes flying for reasons.
Yeah.
On the ground it doesn't change anything from using 6-6, but in the air it becomes flying.
Like, yeah, the D button is a macro for dashing and also back dashing.
Yes, as we said, 6-6 and 4-4 are air dashes, like forward and back. Not only that, but the air dash is completely different from flying forward. Like you may think that flying forward like this may be the same as air dashing forward, but in truth, the gravity, speed, and like general height alignment is completely different from 6-6. Like 6-6 and J6D fly in a different pattern. Like if you do J6D, you fall immediately to the ground, but J6-6 does this extra small jump that keeps your gravity, like you stay more in the air basically. Do me neutral jump J5A to punish me.
Yeah.
That will always work like that. But if you like get close like this, well, you're going to win because time. But if you do it like that, it works because I was above PC like that. Because I am above him.
So this move J5A, it's one of the cookie cutter attacks.
Let's go step by step. We are still on the move.
Yeah, we're there, but
I told you it wasn't going to be easy.
We're good. To get a feel, J5A is a strong move.
Graze.
So I'm establishing that.
Outside of flying, moving, and dashing like that, which is unique to Soku, like this stuff is obviously unique to Soku, how you can fly. But the other unique thing that also still comes from the movement is that in this game you have 2 types of projectiles that are completely basic, like to your character. They cannot be changed. So B and C. Each character has them differently, obviously, but they...
Yeah, different B, C button.
Yeah. But the main core here is that all of those can be grazed. Graze is a mechanic that comes from moving. When you dash, like that, or high jump, or fly, or air dash, throw me something, you can go through. As long as you are in the graze frames, you can go through the projectiles, like this. Again.
Yeah.
Through me again. You can high jump again. Higher dash through. Backdash also. You can actually backdash the projectiles, which is kinda not good sometimes because you get hit.
Yeah, it's difficult. But backdash has both invulnerability and grazing, and actually some vulnerable frames. But overall, it does both.
Yeah, backdashing it's probably the worst one. Like it does graze, but often you get hit while going backwards, right? Throw me 5B again.
Yeah, you probably have more luck with 5C.
There we go. There was a great sound, but it is what it is. So basically,
actually, just before going on, with high jump. So how do you do a high jump?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, it's a bit subtle, but you have 2 ways of doing high jump. One with you hold D and you do upward direction.
Yeah, there are a bunch of ways to do it. Like if you watch it, if you're watching the stream, obviously, and you see my pad, I'm doing 2 8, 2 8, 2
Okay,
8.
so the reason why you don't want to press D with 7 is because you can do D6, and that's not good. You don't want to D6 by accident. So what you do, or even D9, no, D7, my bad, because you could input backdash by accident. So what you want to do is press 2 and then the upward direction, because it has some buffer, and so you don't have to be frame perfect when putting the high jump.
Yeah, as long as you like do the jump, it's pretty like it's active for a lot of the Graze frames, right? So yeah, this one is also important. Like, you can also neutral jump from dashing like this. Oh, these are.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. There you go. You can even neutral jump from a dash forward, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good trick.
It's weird, but
you can also do it like forward and back. No, back no. Oh yeah, you cannot obviously like from a dash you cannot jump backwards. If you're dashing forward, all you can do is jump forward or neutral. Back obviously is not something you can do, which would be pretty broken if you could do that. What else do we got here? Oh yeah, grazing. I feel like we should unique movement. Direction 4 4 6 6. I jump 9. Oh, obviously, it might seem like because of the game all about bullets, you may always dash. But remember, just walking, just chilling, walking, and normal jumping especially. Normal jumping is quite good. Like, don't forget your basics. Like, normal jumping is fine. Like, it's really good. So don't forget that. So just because you can run and fly and high jump and all that. Good old walking, good old jumping, always good. Let me see. The grazing flight is less committing than air dash. Keep air dash for offensive maneuvers such as combos. I guess. What else? There was something I wanted to talk about. No grazing. What was it? Sliding. That's another thing. Oh yeah, you keep momentum from like.
From the 6.
Yeah, from a bunch of from dashing, you keep momentum. You can even slide with buttons like this. You can make a lot of River Mist doesn't make it. Dash attack is this. Yeah, there are dash attacks. I think straight up a move that comes out only from dashing and pressing A or B or C. But you can actually like dash, keep the momentum of the dash, and do a normal button such as 6A. Half-A and 4A and so on. That is also character dependent though. Like you almost has every single button except 3A. Yikes.
My bad.
wait, you can slide 3A?
No, this is a 60C.
Oh, okay.
3A is just...
Oh, okay.
I stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite different. Same animation, but they're quite different.
It would be terrifying if you could do that.
No, yes.
Well, something I want to talk about grazing. I already forgot, and that's terrible. I'm sure it was important. I swear it was. But let's move on. Button hierarchy. Oh, obviously, if you like, I have a question on anything. Like, we are going through like the motions, like explaining the basics here. But if you have like personal questions that you want answers on, go ahead. It will make this way easier. Because answering questions, it's easier. Button hierarchy. There are 3 cancel trees in the game. Dial A, jabs, command normal, B bullets, C bullets, okay, 66. Yeah, this is probably important for pretty much anything. Bullet density, bullet resistance.
Yeah, we'll go over it. It's in the plan.
Yeah, it's
in the map.
We're in the zone.
Don't worry.
So yeah, button hierarchy. So we're talking about how you can move and everything. Once you start using the projectiles, like you can do certain things. For example, in neutral, you can actually whiff cancel your projectiles. You can high jump cancel out of them, like this. It has to be a high jump cancel. It cannot be anything but that. You can backdash cancel.
Yeah, backdash cancel is important.
And obviously, being whiff cancelable, you can cancel like it from any other thing that you can normally cancel a move. So you can do a projectile into a spatial. So you can do like a 6B and 6 to 3.
Into DP.
Or 2 to 6. Or 2 1. Yeah, 6 to 3, 2 1 4. You can cancel, but obviously, being like there's a hierarchy. I cannot pronounce that word. Hierarchy? Yeah, yeah.
Hierarchy.
Yeah, hierarchy. Yeah, terrifying. So if you like utilize a special move like this, you cannot go behind, like backwards. If you do a skill move, a special move, you cannot do a B bullet or a C bullet or a jab, obviously. So once you do this cancel, you cannot go backwards. So usually you do like da. That's the entire sequence will look like this. Jab, comma normal, B, C, special, and that's it. That's the entire follow-up. Like that, all the cancel you can go through. Dial is like a complete unique thing by itself. Like it's just A, and each button has a unique. It's a very unique button. Like Yomu 5A is a unique button. This one is basically 3A, but not really. And then the last of dial, which is unique again.
Yeah, for your carry, it goes.
It's not it's not an auto combo because if you're doing a combo like on someone, it's not really an auto combo. You can consider it as such, but it's more like
it's parts of combos.
It's like pseudo. It's like in a sense it feels like a pseudo rekka in a sense. It's a terrible combo. To say rekka, but...
And I use Diale at the end, so you most probably see Diale as either a starter or an ender.
Yeah, it's often most combos are like 5A, A, and then you do something else usually, because the third hit of dial tends to have the same strength as a far button. That's the strength of the buttons, which is exactly like Guilty Gear. Depending on the button you press, it has a certain block stun and a certain hit stun and all that. Like they are divided by classes, basically. So that makes it actually easier, because if you like use a certain button, you can just take that button and put it into the same class as those others. Soku tends to be really universal on those things, so it's pretty easy. For example, Yukai 6A has obviously the same strength as Yomu 6A. It's the same identical one. And 6's B and 6's C from Yomu have the same strength as a 6A or 3A from Yomu. Then they have the same identical class. Same as Yomu Far being the same as 6's A. And
yeah,
so
the attack level is the same.
And so on. Jabs are,
Jabs. For attacks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, melees are only cancelable on hit. Wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah.
I think so.
I read on it and was like, what do you mean? It's also cancelable on block. You cannot.
Oh yeah, of course. So on block, yeah.
So differently from the projectiles, which can be whiff cancelled, melee attacks actually have some, the classic whiffing. If you whiff a melee attack like this, you cannot cancel into anything. You have to recover to actually do something. But if they are blocked or you hit the opponent, you can easily cancel into, into whatever you want, like this. So as long as the opponent gets hit, you get to cancel into something. But it has to hit, either block or not. But whiff, no. Only bullets. Only bullets. What else?
The last three is about dash attack cancels. This one is a bit weird.
I mean, is it really like 6? So basically, like dash attacks have the same strength as a far button, like this. Far 5A usually can be cancelled only into another melee attack, and then that melee attack, the command normal, can be cancelled into projectiles. But 6 is A. Oh yeah, you're right now. And I think about you're right.
Yeah.
Dash, I'm stupid. Dash attacks actually have the strength of a far button usually, but indeed they are unique, as you cannot cancel a 6's A. If you're watching the stream, you can see I'm pressing circle, and nothing happens, because dash attacks and only 6's A usually, barring some exceptions like Yukai 6's B, can be cancelled. So only 6'6" A can be cancelled into a special like this. There we go.
Yeah.
So when you
For
do...
your carry,
Oh,
for your carry, I get to input my 63.
Yeah.
On 60, on 68, on 60B as
Yeah,
well.
you have 6A or 6B, but like the likes of Yomu, for example, have a big button on B and C. 6B, 6C. They are not special cancelable, but they are super cancelable. Let me show. Wow, unlucky. Do you have
Wow.
a... Yeah, do it on me.
Okay, I do it.
6C.
So you block 60C, and I get to do
And that is
spell
only a spell card cancel. 60C from Yukari is not cancelable into anything else. So...
I got nothing.
I mean, so that is the dash attacks. They are kind of unique on because of that. You know, you can only cancel into. They are more committal basically, and they are more committal. There is a big reason in pressure, you know, because usually almost all of them in the game are high attacks. So I don't want to get too deep now, but basically to do high lows, often you have to commit to those dash attacks, which usually have, you know, better blocks than common normals, which are a lot more committal, like even more committal. We'll get there. I hope we'll get there. So moving on. There's the combo structure. Is it really important?
I think we can skim
Like
over
combo
this.
structure in this game is not exactly complicated. Like it's not the simplicity of Guilty Gear, which is like buttons into 2D at the core of the game. But usually, let me do a combo. Usually it's either full dial into some finisher. That wasn't the finisher. Like, there was another thing. Or you do dial into something else. Usually the third. Wow. Usually the third hit of dial. Wow, this bad. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, no. I screwed up twice. Yeah. So basically, usually you do 3 hits of 5 of the dial, and then you do a combo. I could pick another character to showcase that. For example, Yukai does that. 5A, 2C, I think. 5B, 2C.
5B, 2C.
Yeah.
And then I get to
Reimu, for example, does 5A into 5B, J2B, and so on. It's often... Usually you have those 2 combos on the ground. More often than not.
Yeah, Reimu is quite a difficult character to showcase the loot.
Wow, it doesn't work. Am I too slow?
It's difficult, but...
I mean, yeah, I should be able to. I swear I started. Wow.
Well, maybe it's character specific and all, so...
I don't think
yeah,
so.
Reimu is not...
I'm just being bad, I think, right now. Wow. Oh, because I'm jumping neutral. I'm stupid. As usual. Okay, I don't know.
Go with 2A. Go with 2A. It's an easy starter.
No, it
2A.
doesn't change anything. It just... Oh, okay, you're right.
It
was the distance,
Trust
yeah.
me. I played the character.
I played the character myself, but I guess not enough. So, and the air combos are pretty simple. Usually it is J5A, which is the higher jab. Let's consider J5A as the higher jab. It makes things a lot easier for you to think about. And then you have a command normal. So basically it's like on the ground, but even easier. Or better said, even less. Jump and block. That's the jab. And then you have either J8A, J6A, or J2A. And all of them are block, I?
Yeah, I can block. Wait, what? Oh, wait, sorry. You want to personalize me? Yeah.
And
Alright.
So your air combos tends to be J5A, J6A, bullet cancel, something. They are always the same. So the combo structure in this game is pretty simple. Like you should be, like the execution in this game doesn't really come from combos. Like that is not the hard part of the game. Trust me. It's pretty simple. Overall, you'll be probably doing big combos in no time, especially if you're accustomed to more complex fighting games. Can Genki loop? I can loop. I swear I can. Then let's move on again. Yeah, we're almost done with the basics, though I see a lot of stuff. Jeez. Bullets.
There is.
Bullets and grazing mechanics are by far the most daunting things to learn. Yet once you have your hands on the keyboard, it will be easy to understand how it all works. I agree.
Yeah, the bullet mechanics is the biggest thing of the game
IUB.
that makes.
Iron block. Oh yeah, that's actually true. You make a good point. Iron blockables. So in this game, you can obviously iron block. Would be really strange if you can't. And
Right.
and we don't want to get there immediately because it comes into the territory of hentai, which are kinda unique in this game because most characters don't really have a button that makes you scream, oh hey, that sounds like an hentai. Because in this game, hentai comes in the form of projectiles, which can be grazed, which don't really stop at they stop a jump in, but they don't stop a bait jump in. Like that, you know. If I do this, I get hit. The moment you exit the graze and do another thing, like you have some remaining graze frames if you stop like flying. Throw me something. You see? I keep some graze frames. But if you transition between a graze into another move, again, immediately you will lose any graze frame. So they still risk, like the entire projectile still works. It's just that you might need to get accustomed to not having like an actual button that will always stop your opponent. Especially because in this game, even if you had that, you could still bait people by faking out jump ins. By jumping, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's why we don't want to mention IUB, but we're already here, so I guess most ground moves are not blockable in the air. Jump. Wow.
Well, yeah, it's difficult with them.
That's on me. Wow. Wow, this stick is not working. What?
Okay, you jump. You
no,
jump.
No, it's fine. I use 6A. I use 6A. There we go.
Yeah.
That is
okay.
that is not blockable. It should be. I swear the stick should be. Like the 5A is not bad. I don't know why it's not working.
I don't know. I have.
Oh,
to
there you
box.
go.
Oh, man.
Not all moves have IUB like status, triggers. So jump again. 6B, it's really hard to showcase, but should have an IUB effect on it.
We could show with Tenchi.
It's fine, like it's character dependent anyway. But 6C, for example, which looks like an anti-air, doesn't. There we go.
Yeah.
And if you do 3A, which looks like an anti-air, again, it doesn't.
So it's more here to punish people pressing buttons.
But like the likes of 6A, Far 5A, 6A, Jab, they are all properly IUB. Dial itself too. Yukai 3A is IUB. It is IUB.
It is IUB.
Because it's a complete ground move. 2A is IUB. What else is IUB? 6B, as I said. Some characters have a typical Dragon Punch move, like this. That is not IUB. Jump on me. That is not IUB. So if even if you have, even if you have those, it doesn't matter. Also, your Dragon Punch moves are not invincible on level 0. They are invincible only on level 1, except Reimu, which needs to be level max for some reason, which is level 4. So there is a point for that. I'll showcase you. Thank you for the question, or the worry. Jump on me. See that? It did a thing. I did anti-air, but it grazed. If you have like a Dragon Punch move again, you can still whiff cancel into the move. It is a committal action, but the entire game, and we are gonna get there, is really about commitment at times. Not every time, but some situation can only be solved by being steady and what's the word I want to use here? You know, committal. I don't want to use that word, but think that. So 6 to 3 moves are still good. Besides, you use them in combos, and usually if a character has a DP, they have a C version of the move.
Look, I'm gonna do a fight bait, and you're gonna answer.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead. So the C version of a DP, if you have one, usually tends to have a Graze effect. More specifically, a Graze frame 1 effect, meaning that throw me be bullets. Front. No, okay. Front. Even inside bullets, you can actually frame 1 do the move. compared to anything else. Do it again. See? Again. There we go. So even if you like the DP might look like, oh, why do we have even a DP if it's not AUB? Well, the C version is pretty crazy, and you use it to punish big brainers that are like, oh, you're doing anti-air bullet as Graze more, and you just do DP. It's pretty funny. We got lost.
Yeah, we got lost. We weren't the mechanics of the game.
To be fair, we talk about unique mechanics, which is AUB, grazing, and the mixing of the game.
Right, but for bullets, you cannot spam bullet forever.
Oh yeah, no.
I have the orbs. Even for moving, you see my orbs?
Yeah.
They're depleting. This is resources. This is what you must manage
Look a moment.
at all time.
If you have 0 orbs, or like this, you get damage, you get crushed.
Yeah.
And they take a bit to recover, and you can lose more on them. Basically.
I only have 4.
Oh yeah, you cannot. Yeah.
4 orbs to use.
If you're flying or higher dashing, you cannot. It's like movement in. Okay, it is an important thing. I want to get back here later. Movement in the air, like moving around the screen in the air, is extremely committal. Like your movement in the air is a lot more chained by a lot of rules and commitment than on ground. Like on ground, you can just kind of walk. And just,
yeah, you have good control, space control on the ground.
But in the air, it's committal. We've cancelled entire projectile into DP because they add dashing in order to Graze, so they get. Yeah, if you write like that, it sounds really big brain, right? It sounds like there's a lot of thinking going on, but it's less. But it's still a lot. There's still a lot.
Sorry. All right.
We are even. We are not even the best part of pressure, because when you're gonna hear how pressure works in this game, your brain's gonna explode. So what else? Yeah, orbs. So basically, if you do things like flying, dashing doesn't deplete. Dashing is a free action, doesn't deplete orbs. It's pretty good. But flying, using projectiles, using special moves is also paying orbs. So this means that you're moving in the air, and your usage of anything, like to play the character, has a cost. Especially because, again, blocking in this game, there is no high and low, the proper one. If you block incorrectly something, you just you get this red effect, and that was explained also in the novel video, I believe. So basically, like, you cannot really the pressure game is not about high, low, and high, and similarly, it's about the orbs. So the usage of your orbs has to be not calculated, because orbs recover pretty fast, but you have to be at least aware that when you're doing something, you're paying a sum of something. So orbs have to be taken into account. Let me see if there's something big here. Move around the air, spamming bullets, moving the air, decrease the orb. BC skills always take 1 orb.
Yeah, so the thing is, you have the how to say, the counter tree. So B bullets, I pressed it, and my orb regenerates pretty fast.
Oh
I press C, it takes a bit more time. Now I press a skill, and it takes even more time.
Wow, that's a lot. I never noticed. Yeah, if you do a skill, it takes a bunch. You cannot, I think, reset by doing a bullet. You can actually. No, you can actually, but it takes more. Yeah, you reset, but it takes more. It doesn't make sense.
It is not a good idea.
So then we have bullets. Oh, bullets is a big thing. Damn, bullets is the So we've reached one of the cores of the game. Bullets. This is gonna be tough. So hang on.
Should we do a mirror to explain?
Oh, do I get the triangle thingy?
And not if you want, but I just want to showcase how bullets interaction works, and with mirrors it's easier.
Okay, what is the interaction again?
I don't know, maybe Ray move IB versus Ray move IB.
Okay.
Yeah, just that.
I was trying to understand what. Okay, go ahead.
Ray move, and I'm blue.
So basically, projectiles, bullets. Before, no, one step after the other. Yeah, you could have a whole V on bullets, but not really. Not really. Arthritis. We'll see. Why? So, the core of Hisoutensoku, because we're going to get into neutral right now, basically, is what happens. So, if you see, go full screen, Volt. As you can see, different from other fighting games, you actually get to play the entire stage if you want. Like, the entire stage is in your hands. But if you notice, your melee attacks are kinda short, you know? Like, this is the stuff you're working with. And it's not big. Like, it's kinda, you have to be really mid-rangey to actually make it work. You have to be kinda close to your opponent to actually have it even matter. Like, look at this. See?
Yeah, obviously.
So what happens is that your B and it's definitely not Unist. So what happens is that your B and C bullets act as your actual true normal through the entire game. You throw a projectile. Oh, you go ahead. They can even they can even clash. Throw a 5C. They can clash like that, and when they do, depending all the projectiles have again classes like the melee attacks. Usually,
yeah,
you have three.
They have a density. We call it density.
Graze
Throw
resistance.
an amulet at me.
Oh yeah.
Cigarette.
Yeah.
Look, my B bullets don't go through because it has lower density. Yeah.
And the projectiles, because basically the B bullets have C tier density, and C bullets have B tier density. I don't know why we have this.
It gets confusing. The naming is kind of awkward, but you should get the idea.
Yeah,
some
basically,
bullets are stronger.
Some bullets are simply like, they have two classes. There is a third one which is reserved to spell cards, but it doesn't really matter because it's not like you see it much. But I guess if you want to know, spell cards.
Yeah, it won't matter much.
Bullet spell cards also have their own. Not all of them, but most of them have their own tier, which is pretty strong.
I also want to showcase.
Yuko has more like unique entities. That's the problem, which is another like entire problem in the game. So basically, what happens is that if you throw a certain type of bullet, it may die or win against others, but that usually doesn't really matter that much because of how the game works in terms of neutral. You don't need to be winning the clashes basically. While it is useful, obviously, because if you throw a bullet in advance, they cannot counter it unless they have something really good. You have to consider that obviously being still moves, they take time to high jump cancel, they take time to recover, to cancel into another move, and so on and so forth. Like all those moves, they actually don't have universal numbers. Like when you are throwing a 5C, it has its own startup, its own recovery, its own high jump cancel value. Like they are all different. So when you're using a move, it's not like, it's actually the best way to describe B and C bullets. They act like your normals too. You have melee normals, and then you have bullet normals basically, and they act exactly as normals would. Just that they can clash, and they have this density thing, which is not even new. If you think about Volt, like Inter Strike or Street Fighter 5, you have like higher tier of battles. Like if two moves act on the same frame, they trade. But if you use a stronger move, it beats a weaker one. That's a thing that is even Inter Strike in Street Fighter.
Is it? Okay,
yeah, it is. If two moves act on the same frame, like instead of trading, if they have different level of strength, the stronger one wins. It's basically the same thing. Like if you ever heard about that, it's the same thing, just with bullets.
Where is the last thing about bullet density? And yeah, again, I just pick you carry, and
you can guess. Or me?
No. I guess Yomu can. Yeah.
She can.
You just. I mean, you just need to press 6C because there's one thing. My C bullets are of B density. It means they're quite dense, and it beats his weak bullets. Well, this is my B bullets, so I beat them.
Straight up destroy them.
Yeah. So I don't care. And his small wisp here is also of B density, which is the same of as my siblings. So what happens if I throw? Actually, not your. I don't know the density. The half point.
Mion has HP. Basically, entities in Hisoutensoku an extra side of projectile. Like it's a third type of projectile, which is
okay, 1 HP.
Yeah,
I would rather like have Reimu because her siblets has
I know what
3
you want to.
HP.
Oh, I know what you want to showcase.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I got it. You want to showcase like the resistance. Yeah, bullets have actually like the density, but they also have a number of like not HP, but like 5C for example. Yeah, you see, it can destroy like 2 of them.
Like they clash, but
it survives. And if I charge it, it's still the same.
Well,
the same.
I've got people. It's you carry bullets are strong.
So even strong bullets still have like B1, B2, B3. When you see, if you go in the wiki and you see like, oh, this bullet is B5, that means that if the bullet B fights another B, it will destroy 5 of them. So if it fights a B4, the bullet will survive with 1 hit. Because if you throw 5C, don't block. 3 hits. This means the projectile contains 3 hits.
No,
you contain 3 hits. So when he fights other bullet, and the Yukari ones are all 1, she throws 3 of them. How many?
Are you sure? Wait, go pro bullets. Pro bullets.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, see. 3 of them they got destroyed, and then obviously the 5C is gone.
Yeah. Only one hit is left.
Each projectile has like an amount of hits. For example, the talisman thrown by Reimu are all 1, C1, all of them. Each of them is a C1, but they are like a bunch of them. Same with Yukai, they're all C, but there are so many of them.
Yeah.
So I have to shotgun to actually get some out, see? Like that. Or I just straight up use a B, which doesn't lose anything and straight up destroys everything, like that. But there is a third type of projectile, which is the entity tier. An entity is a projectile. It's a projectile that doesn't even have a density. It has straight up 1 HP. It will tank everything and anything that it touches by 1 HP. Doesn't matter what density is fighting, it will just tank the hit. Which is better and good, because it can kill immediately something really strong or lose to something really weak. Like if you throw me B bullets in this case, while the entity is supposed to be really strong, you just win because you have more bullets. Oh yeah,
I can also kill them with melees.
If you have, because they are entities, they are basically moving red hit boxes. If you throw another hitbox, like even a melee one, you can actually hit them, which is pretty damn funny because you can actually, you can, against Yomu, if you're able, you can actually punch away Mion, which is the wisp. This one. It's really hard, but you can actually punch away Mion. Throw 6A. No. Okay. We are bad at this.
I just do a jump before up.
No.
Almost.
You can, but it's gonna be a really unique thing. Trust me. Like
it's difficult.
There was a fight where I was playing Reimu against Suduchi maybe, and I jabbed the Mion. Like I slapped the Mion away. Oh yeah, Alice. Oh yeah, Alice will be easier.
Yeah, Alice is there.
But yeah,
it's how you play against her. You have
to. Those are the projectiles. Like basically, what you have to remember about projectiles is that they are the true neutral of the game. We didn't go back. I forgot about a thing. So why they? Sorry. So why they are the neutral of the game? Why they are so important? Because normally in fighting games you just kind of play the range and you start wailing around correctly and then wait for the opponent to whiff and then bam. There we go. Futsus. But in this game, because you have the reach is too small, you don't want to always like being here. You want to have those. Basically, projectile, what they do in neutral is that they force a bunch of things. For example, if I throw those projectiles, there we go. If a PC Volt tries to dash through them, I have advantage, because if he tries to attack me, he will get hit.
I get hit.
And if he blocks, I get advantage, so pressure. So in this case, he just has to not be there, because otherwise, I'll just have the advantage. So projectiles are throw me down. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Typhoon.
So projectiles have the function to force movement. It's literally the same as any other fighting games. You're playing freaking Guile. You're playing against who's a good zoner in Guilty Gear. That was a Dizzy. Projectiles all over the screen. You jump above them, you dodge them, whatever. They are forcing movement and an action out of you. In Soku is no different. You throw a projectile exactly for that same reason. The only difference is that you can throw them from almost every position and they can be grazed, which is, you know, can be different. But the main function is the same, because if you block a projectile, oh yeah, and this is important for pressure. If you block a projectile, you also lose orbs. So basically, blocking projectiles not only gives advantage to the person launching the projectile, because it gains some pressure, but the opponent that blocked the projectile also loses orbs. So your defense is gonna be weaker because of that, and pressure is gonna rely on those one way or another. So projectiles force movement and make it harder for the opponent to press buttons and counter. So they force. Are we talking about the? Yeah, we're talking about that, right? Yeah, we are talking about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, as you can see, in Soku you have the triangle of forces that happen is this one. Melee will stop a Graze, and the Graze will stop a bullet. It should be centered. We were talking about. Oh yeah, it's likely not centered. Oh jeez, this is terrifying. Wait, am I? Why did you say that? I have to focus on this thing. You're a monster, Daka.
We don't care. Repeat.
So the triangle of force is like this, and you know, bullets stop melee, melee stops Graze, and Graze stops bullets, and it works like this. And it's again really important, because the entire game revolves around this. You cannot have one without the other. Graze plus melee is perfect too against bullets. Yes and no. So if you do something like this, I cannot cancel 214. What is up with me? There we go. If I do that, while that sounds really strong, the truth behind... Yeah, thank you, Daka. The truth behind this action is that you are committing, because every single special move that is melee in Hisoutensoku has heavy commitment. You are either punishable or you are losing your turn. We'll get there. So basically, what you want to remember about projectiles is that they are necessary to stop, to create movement of the opponent and punish them for it. And let me see a second the skills spec. You know what's the problem when you talk about those things, Volt? Like you have to move into those deeper explanations.
Yeah. Well,
it troubles
I
me.
know.
You have to.
It's there, but you can ignore them if it doesn't fit right now.
The notes are neat, but I really need to explain this, otherwise it doesn't make sense.
It's fine. You can just go into the meta.
So basically, like the reason why this matters so much is that all those actions, like they have commitment behind them, especially grazing. If you throw a bullet, your opponent tries to graze through. You have to throw a melee attack, you know, to stop it. But that too can be troublesome for you depending on what you do. Basically. And I kind of lost the track of what I was saying. So the projectiles are super dash. Yeah, you can dash block. It's actually pretty good.
It's around 13 frame, so you dash and
oh yeah, I remember.
You can block.
this is important because a lot of people that kind of like tend to play Hisoutensoku tend to forget about the triangle forces. They often play without utilizing the projectiles. They forget about bullets completely, and they just kind of go and only utilize melee or only Graze. You need all three to make it matter in any form. You cannot have one without the other. All of them work in unison to create something. Melee, what was it? Okay. For now, we'll keep this, you know, there. Let's go back to what I was explaining. Also, I'm just talking. We are just talking. If you got any question, again, shoot them up. It's easier. Shoot whatever you're thinking that about Soku that you want to know. It will make things a lot easier for us. So we talked about bullets and things. Oh, there is one last thing. You also see that some bullets have a type 1, type 2, type 3. Oh yeah, that's true. Most bullets are of type 1. You graze through them and they lose 1 HP per frame. Yeah, there is type 3, which is the only one interesting here, I think, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no, type 2, I think it doesn't lose HP when you graze, I think. I don't remember.
It does, but you will lose orbs while you are grazing.
True. There you go.
So this is important because spell cards tend to have this property, and you cannot graze through all of them completely.
How the heck does 6d8 fit into neutral? Like this? Oh,
this?
Like the neutral jump from dash? Well, it's a neutral jump. That alone is a big thing. Yeah, that is pretty big. Like it's a neutral jump, which is pretty strong because basically you go neutral, you hold your ground from moving like this, and you can do anything after it, which is really strong because you can just kind of pick any option and go for it, and while checking on the opponent and being above him.
Yeah, one thing about this 6 is that you cannot high jump 7 during the 6 animation. So that's why you want something to keep you, vertical. And
you can go back, yeah, because you can do something like
horizontally.
You can do like this. Wait. There we go. So. Yeah, type 3 is the only one interesting in those types from bullets because they are bullets, projectiles that you cannot graze. If you try to graze them, you actually get hit, like a melee attack.
They're quite rare. They're quite rare.
Yeah, they are rare. For obvious reasons, they are really rare. Because they are kind of good. They're kind of good. Skills or specials. Let me see. Out of the 5 inputs, 4-1, which is a rare input, honestly, 2-1-4, 2-2, 2-3-6, 6-2-3, you have 4 inputs on your character, unless you are patchouli, then you have all 5.
Yep. So you will have to learn which inputs your character has. It's pretty well explained in the wiki, and we have information about it.
You can even check your profile, like the character profile tells you what skills
are present. It tells you even what.
So you almost like 6-3, 2-6, 2-1-4, 2-2. There we go.
For your carry, you have 6-3, 2-3-6, 2-1-4, 4-2-1.
Yeah. Pretty basic.
What we didn't mention about skills is that we did a bit, but they have versions, B and C versions.
Yeah. So the special moves are not executed by utilizing the melee attack, but they are executed by utilizing the bullet button. So you do 6-3 B, and then you do 6-3 C. As you can see, the moves are completely different. You see, the B is a classic Dragon Punch motion, like. On level 1 is completely invincible for a bit, like your typical Dragon Punch. But the C version doesn't change, as a main thing, is that on frame 1 is a Graze move. Throw me stuff. It's also a 10 framer compared to the actual DP, which is like 15, I don't remember, like 15, 14.
Yeah,
So you
about
can do.
15
So I
frames.
can combo from jabs. There you
Yeah,
go.
this is quite rare to have confirmable jab.
Oh
It's
yeah,
rare.
it's rare. Yeah. And Yomo is like not even that good. It's good, but like I've seen better. It's good though.
Yeah, it's better.
Like it's a rare thing to have, and if you have it, it's good. It's good. It's really good. They start out as level 0. Yeah, default skill start as level 0, like this. This one is a 236 level 0. Yeah, I play on PS1 pad, or PS4, depends. But if you have an alt skill, this card here, you immediately start on level 1. Only default skills in the game start as 0. Everything else is level 1. Alt skill is level 1. And each level, the moves change, change things. Like the Let Lotus Cut level 1 is a smaller projectile. Level 2, it becomes bigger. And then I don't have the other levels right now, but each level it gets a change. Not all skills change equally, not all skills change like in a crazy way, but they usually change at least, like the worst case scenario, they at least get better damage. Each level gets more damage, like minimum. That is the minimum. It's the only thing that always changes. Depending on what character and what skill, it might get better startup, better hitboxes, better combo ability, and so on and so forth. Yeah, every skill gains more damage, exactly. What else here? Bringing copies of the card can level up the skill for supplementary effect. Yeah, we said that. Leveling an alternate skill replace the default skill which is on the same input, it reset its level to 0. Yes, so if I had a Netherworld Reflector Slash, which is the default 236, it will start up to from level 1 actually. Like,
Yeah, level 1.
Yeah, that default skill starts from 0 unless you change it back.
The level 0 is only attainable at the beginning of the game. You can never return to level 0. It will always be a level 1, whatever cards you use.
And obviously you cannot have all skills unless you change them in the game. So even if you make a deck with all skills, you still have to work with defaults until you get all skills. We'll get there too.
Alright.
Skill generally take the form of bullets, although they can be melee at times or have a completely other effect. Yeah, more often than not, alt skills or just special moves in general tend to be more on the projectile side than melee. Obviously, again, character dependent. Yomu has 2 melee skills, Meling has like 3 of them, and Reimu has like 1 of them is melee. Sane 1, Alice has nothing, I believe. There's nothing. There's no melee.
Yes, the Photon Spear adults. That's the only.
No, I mean default.
Oh, default no.
Yeah, default no. I know that skills there are. It also depends on the skill, but it's 10% more damage per level. Oh yeah. Spell cards, oh yeah, meter, obviously. Oh yeah, let me let me get my clone machine. So as you can see, together with the orbs, there is another meter. Like it wasn't enough. So those rectangles, they are your cards. You have 20 cards per deck. You can actually finish them in a fight. Let's see how much I can get.
So you see that your hand shares skill cards and spell cards. So what you must pay attention in games is how you manage your skill cards and you want to level up the skills that matter to you in the game, and still have the spells to do outbursts. So yeah.
There are a bunch of types. I think that's important to mention. Like this one is a skill card, and it only costs itself. It will level up my default 6-3 into level 1 6-3. This one is a 5 card, which is, as you can see, every card is now like shining. That means that if I use this card, every other card that is shining will get used for it. Basically, cards have a cost, and they utilize the other cards in your hand as fuel, pretty much. For example, this one is a 2 card. It only utilizes the next one on the list. This one is a 4 card, so you utilize all three, the other 3 in itself. Each card has obviously a different effect, but by logic, the higher the cost, at least normally, the higher the cost, the better the effect, or at least the crazier the type of move you get access to. Some might be dubious on the cost, like Sakuya Ward is like 5 cards, and it's not too powerful, honestly. It's kind of dubious. You can tell the cost from the symbol on the card. If you can read it, I'm playing on window. I mean, I can't notice it, but damn, that's small. But yeah, each level has a different sign, and like arrows too, I think. I'll be honest, it's a small screen.
Oh, I guess it does. It does display in ancient Japanese numbers.
Ancient Japanese.
Yeah, they do. I think they do.
Really? It's pretty powerful, but no worth the cost. I mean, it is powerful. It literally stops the game. But yeah, cost means power. For example, this 5 card is your if you ever play Test Strike or Street Fighter 4, this is basically Yang Seiyan Boom. It's the same stuff, and it lasts for 10 seconds. It's pretty busted. The cost depends on fixed amount, the meter of the game. Yeah, so yeah, the meter of the game. It's your super meter, and you can even decide what supers you get, and there are many of them actually. You can get better confirms because usually spell cards have startup, have fast startup, or have again unique effects. They basically buff a lot of niches that you may not reach otherwise. Again, giving you like unique moves that are not otherwise accessible, being your supers. So on the same line, building your meter is not meter. Building your deck is important. Like knowing why you are having certain cards, how to cycle your deck, how to not clog your hand, and all that.
So about the deck construction, the game gives you default decks.
Oh yeah.
But you don't want to use them because they're bad.
They are not even constructed. They're just cards.
Yeah.
They're basic. There's nothing good.
They just put together and they don't teach you anything. So what you want is actually to have a look at what.
Oh wait, I want to understand. Why is that a shit post?
What?
No, I mean, why is the 2 card the clone a shit post now? What is it?
The clones.
What is it? Don't trust no one, not even yourself. What is it?
I can't see why it can look like a shit post.
I mean, yeah.
Whatever.
See.
I was almost getting there.
Look, it's a Doujin game. They had to do what they called with the Doujin power they had. Doujin. Actually, there is no U. It's Doujin. Let me be Doujin. There we go. Doujin. But yeah, making a deck is quite important because it's the main core of the character. Really, in the end, it's you basically build most of your game plan around your supers and even skills, depending on what you have. They can help in different matchups and whatnot.
So if you want to get a good deck to start with, you can go on the Discord character channels. Most probably you'll see a basic deck that you can copy and get a feel of what the character is supposed to do with its basic game plan. So yeah, it's a good way to get introduced to the character.
We got some resources. Go check them out if you want to make a deck, or just explore the game. Both are fine.
Yeah.
Weathers. Oh boy, do we even have to we can just explain general. Weathers are weathers. They're just really unique mechanics. There is no clock in this game, so there is no timeout. There is no I have more life than you. There is nothing like that. You have to fight until the end. But as you can see right now, it's cloudy. By the passing of the time, you get a different effect, and there are 20 of them. Well, 19. Aurora is not really an effect; it's more like a randomizer. So right now, cloudy, for example, it gives me
it's loading up.
Block.
and boom.
You get more meter from anything you do, and each cost, any cost of your card is now lessened.
Half.
Yeah, thank halved by 1. So if something costs 2, now it's 1. So I get to use clones for 1 card. And I didn't even tell you.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
kind of
not half.
bullshit.
Just it costs one card less.
I mean, yeah,
Which
it's
pretty
a lot.
good.
From 2 cards,
Yeah,
it becomes 1. It's super busted.
it is.
It is. But obviously, the moment you utilize a card in Cloudy, any card, like even a skill card, the weather is skilled. Sunny makes your movement in the air better. As you can see, I do this. Yeah, you can do that. Obviously, different characters have different drifting and handling. Yomu is pretty bad, but in Sunny, she becomes almost something.
Ah, she's good.
You also can, like, the cost for flying is lessened, halved, or less anyway, you see? Ooh, that's a lot of meter I'm using. And what else? Oh yeah, if you get crushed, that's gun specific. Like, board escapes are free, but you will get there.
Good. Well, anyway,
Reduced,
weather is a pretty big topic. Like, it's each weather has its own big effect.
So you have to remember, like, you don't have to remember all of them, but there are some really main ones. Like snow, for example. Yeah, you lose your meter, as you can see. As like, yeah, now suddenly by being hit, I'm losing meter. And if I lose more, bam, it killed my card. Drifting is just part of flying. Like you can, if you hold flying and then a direction, you go into that direction. But certain characters just don't really fly.
For your career, it's quite important. So what you do is you hold D, a direction. You can let go of the direction and still hold D. That will maintain your flight. And you just have to tap which way you want to go.
Up or down. Usually is up or down. Yeah.
And you can further the effect by holding the direction.
You drift. So you lose meter for being hit. Or, no, it was the snow. So when you block, no, that would be crazy. When snow is active, if you block or get hit, you lose meter. And if you lose enough meter, you lose a card.
Yeah.
All the weathers have an effect. Like Diamond Dust, for example, Diamond Dust, tech roll. Normally when you knock down someone, they can tech roll away like that. But if it was Diamond Dust and I forgot to wait for Diamond Dust, that makes it so that the opponent cannot tech roll away. So when you knock down someone in Diamond Dust, that is a true typical fighting game knockdown, which is pretty strong in this game. Let me tell ya.
I think we didn't explain how knockdown goes.
Scorching Sun, you burn in the air, but also gain meter, and also if you do combos closer to the sun, you get more damage. Come up here.
Yeah.
Come up here. Go up. Shoot. Okay, go up. Okay. Look at that damage! 2.8. That is not normal. Usually it's like 2.3, 2.5.
Yeah. So there are some big weapons you want to remember.
Yeah.
So like Rival Mist, it messes up spacing. Yeah, it's going on.
Obviously, it's either River Mist or Typhoon. It's always those two that you get.
Yeah.
River Mist does this. Distance becomes strange. So now you just drift.
It just becomes terrible to do proper footsies, or sometimes it messes up combos.
It's not bad. Like, it's kind of annoying, but you can use it. Like if you're drifting backwards, you can do like really bad stuff and drift backwards.
Yeah.
Which is not. It's not bad. It's not terrible. Like it has some usage, but it's definitely off. It's way off. But yeah, whereas it's just something you have to learn. They are an absolutely important part of the game, and they are also an absolutely important part for your character, because you get into Typhoon and you want to know what string you want to utilize in Typhoon to really destroy them. You get into Monsoon, you want to know if your character has a better Monsoon combo. Some don't, some do, some lose combos. You get Blue Sky, you want to learn maybe a string that makes your pressure better in Blue Sky, because there are some like that.
Yeah, thanks, Winterstar, because explaining each weather is gonna take up a long time.
It's a waste of time. Like, we have videos, we have the wiki, you have to study that yourself, sorry.
Yeah, the wiki will explain you how everywhere goes. Anyhow, this weather, the weather that is incoming, here it's sunny, but once it reaches 0, it will go RNG and says, okay, whatever
you can change them.
One at random, and then it will go up to 99.
Oh yeah.
And when it goes to 99, it activates.
Pop.
This activates.
And certain weather have less or more time than another.
Yeah. Like here I can just cancel out cloudy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you just try to pick cloudy again, but it could be any weather.
We can change by just the game changes weather by knockdowns, bounce walls, and spell cards. So you can definitely control the weather cycle. I mean, yeah, I did that. you can cycle the weather by having the point bounce on walls, bounce on the ground or knockdown, or using a spell card.
So if you notice, combos do lead to wall bounces and also knockdowns. But let me air tech. Do another combo that I can air tech. Once no, me.
Oh, okay, right.
Me.
So like this.
And I say I don't want to get knocked down because it would change the upcoming weather to the next.
And I want sprinkle. So you instead of getting knocked down, you are attack.
Yeah. So there's a whole game about whether what combos you will do to pick the weather you want, and if you drop your combo, even the defender can choose which weather he will pick between the one that is currently loading and the next.
To be honest, I don't think I've seen anyone do combos just to get a certain weather. Sometimes I've done it, but like sometimes. Most of the time you try to air tech or not air tech if like there is a certain weather you want or want to avoid. Like, oh, you know it's typhoon on the clock and you are falling down, and your point is like avoiding, like having you not limiting the combo, so you can decide to air tech. So instead of air taking, you can fall down and now weather changes. Usually people change weather from those situations.
Yeah. We missed explaining one thing. It was about teching, roll and air taking. Yeah, we missed that.
Well, okay, wait. Give me a second. Let me one drink water, and two, we basically reached the. We're done with weather. Right? Weather we are basically done. So what we have here on the.
That's the last mechanic we'll explain because
we are basically on the meta game, which is the most.
Yeah, almost. We just need to explain how works the tech game. And
so in Soku, when you knock down someone, they don't they can wake up. They can wake up on the same spot, but you can actually tech roll away, like that.
Well, it's better if I show.
Yeah, because you march as a normal one. Forward. There we go. Neutral. Backwards. There we go. You can decide where to tech roll, and that obviously works even if the opponent has you in the corner. Throw me in the corner. So that means that normally, if you're in the corner,
you can even do it toward the corner.
Usually when you're doing pressure in the corner and getting like a knockdown out of anything really, like you're doing something, randomly you get a hit, oh it's like, oh pressure, but not really. Because even if you get that thing, oh no, he's out. So basically whenever you get a knockdown, you have to decide what to do about that. Like, you have to read where the opponent is going. That might seem hard, but usually people go behind you. So with practice you can fix this, and there are also ways to just not go into a knockdown and just reset pressure. But that, that's advanced.
Yeah, Okizeme is you have to master the basic Okizeme. So it's just J5A.
Often, yeah, you knock down someone and then follow up.
So you shouldn't go into anything complicated, but these two things. And once you have that, you can go wide with setups or resets.
Yeah. So like for example, if I'm doing a combo on someone, you're almost dead. You can do combos that are actually air techable, and air tech, as the name implies, is also a techable state.
What will you do?
Jump. You should be able to tech. Oh.
Oh, my bad.
When you get knocked down, so to speak, in the air, if the juggle meter goes down completely, or you are not limited, you can actually... You can't neutral tech, which is important. Yeah, you can only tech forward or be backwards, which is really important. The thing is that if you do a combo on the ground that makes them air tech, you can actually force them to take more pressure. Again, it's advanced, so don't worry too much about it. For now, just do combos, knock down, basic Okizeme, like follow up the tech roll. But be known that you can also keep pressure somehow going. And while we are there, tech roll backwards, behind, that makes knockdowns a bit weaker. You have to guess them. They are reactable enough. Yeah, I guess we are already in the notes here says metagame.
Yeah.
So basically, here, like, someone asked for character overview, and I think we can do that now, right?
Okay.
Boring, but so we cannot go through the entire character. Like, not we try to go through them fully, but that's the thing. Like, Daka Walt made a note. Different backdashes. What about them?
They're not so different.
Yeah,
they do have.
They're invincible, like the usual backdash are invincible. Graze, each character has a different one. That's kind of character specific. But
yeah, it doesn't matter too much.
Here's the thing: a character overview can be done. It will be done kind of fast because it will take too much time. But yeah, Daka was made a resource like not a notebook, but like notes regarding the same thing. Like, it's a character overview that explains in a simple manner what the character does. But here is the thing. We decided to divide character based on kind of unique aspects. In the game, you have fast jabbers like Reimu, Marisa, Yomu, Aya, big jabs like Utsuo, Suika, Yuyuko, and then unique ones like Rumilia and Suwako. You can also divide characters by how they fly, because you definitely can do that. Like, characters like Reimu and Yukari fly in the same way, but characters like Pachuli and Yuko don't fly the same way.
Kiku too.
Kiku perfect flight.
Yeah.
So I think the best way is through the jabs, because that really differentiates the characters a lot. The jabs and other types. So let's go. Gotta go fast. So Suika is the archetype is basically like a grappler in a sense. Like, she does big neutral and big rewarding hits. She does a big punch and you get like 2k without doing anything. Neutral hits, it's really raw, right?
Yeah.
She has really good neutral due to the bullets controlling the screen. I think it's probably a pick Yukari. We're going one after the other.
Okay.
We try to go really fast. It's gonna take forever.
We go fast.
So Suika is a simple character that has simple combos. Like, literally dial does 2.4. She has big bullets that control neutral really well and make it really hard for the opponent to go in randomly. You have to commit. Yeah. And then she has like snapping.
She has good snipes.
So she is all about raw damage, simple neutral, strong. Like, the general review is the classic archetype of the the big brawler, kinda like Uso. So we're trying to go fast. Yukari is more like good mix-ups, good neutral. Like,
Yukari, she has a good neutral. She has good bows. She has very high density bullets. It's difficult for the opponent to get in. Well, I think you could define her as a zoner.
Yeah, she's a zoner, but she has definitely the ability to pressure, like, really well.
She has more pressure.
She's not a rush character, but she has a good neutral control with zoning, right? Yeah.
Yeah, if you just block.
Oh, sorry.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can do 9 lows in a row. Well, it's because she's
thick.
But magically, I get good pressure.
So yeah, but she has really good bullets and buttons to control neutral really well. And a movement too.
Yeah, she has an okay movement. Turn radius is very good.
The review is gonna be really basic compared to the...
Yeah, it's gonna be...
Daka Wolf page is gonna be a lot better. Remedia is the freaking pixie of the game. She's definitely able to play. She's kind of wild. She's supposed to be the pixie of the game, but she almost has no drawbacks to a degree.
Remember what I said about Insult Air Dash? That's one character that can use it.
Yeah, I love that. That is some. She looks like Ino in Guilty Gear. Like she does this down one. I don't like that.
Yeah, she is quite oppressive in pressure because she can just do melee over and over, and you have to find where she wants to be greedy.
Again, she's the typical pixie character, but she lacks some of the drawbacks for some reason. So she's really like a really powerful rushdown that's really good neutral if you know how to move around. But she is forced to move in this unique way that is pretty weak to stuff like this.
Oh yeah, I can cross up to Yuko, but this Remedia can cross up by just leaping.
Yeah.
Like this is the D6 animation. On Yuko she can't. Well, you can crouch.
Oh yeah, she has a cross up, which is unique in this game. Honestly, it's rare to have a cross up.
It's very terrifying of a move.
+1 jab. Yeah, she has a fast jab that is actually +1. That is +1.
It's +1 on block.
On block.
She has a DP.
She has DP. She has a Graze 1 move. She has a cover move. She has a lot of stuff. She's not bad.
Yeah,
she's you know, the unique pixie character does unique movement. Think Makoto from Terror Strike or Slayer from Guilty Gear, something like that. Yuko is like again like Suika, big buttons, big damage, big. But instead of being she's also again neutral. Like she has really good moves to control neutral and force the opponent to move around and just kind of force to, you know. She's big. She's thick. She's a thick lady, powerful. And honestly, yeah, again, like the characters can be really simplified into big jabs that, you know, big neutral. Big jabs, big neutral, like this. It's not repeatable, as you can see. Like Remedia, she has a big slow jab. and usually they have like big neutral moves that control well the screen. So Yuko is the same. The difference that Yuko has kinda like Oki and setups and big comeback factors coming from the spell cards. The problem of an overview of characters is that a lot of the character is built behind the doors of the spell cards and the cards, which is a problem. Oh, Patchouli! The zoner. She is so zoner. She is she has unique regenerating like Orbs ability. She's faster than the rest of the cast for some reason. Like if she throws a bullet, she regenerates faster than normal, than anyone else. Also,
and you can land cancel.
She's the only character that can actually delay the wake up timing. So like if you throw her down and if she meshes A, she can actually delay the tech roll. For some reason. No, mesh A a bunch. Tech roll somewhere. Back.
Oh yeah.
See that? Like he does that extra frames if you don't notice. Do it without. No, that's delayed. Normal. That's delayed. Normal. There we go.
Yeah. Anyway,
like she's pretty unique, but she's the most zoner because she has all skills in the game. She has all 5 skills in the game, so all inputs. First of all, 2-2, 4-1, 2-3-6, 6-3. She got them all. She has all of them. The delay back roll is the delay tech roll on Patchouli is meshing A for some reason, and she has the best projectiles to zone the opponent, both on how they move and the density and how many there are. Also, she has big damage because she's a single jabber. Because she has a single jab like most characters, she also really good in neutral and converting. The thing that I didn't know, we didn't know that characters with a single jab have really good jab conversions. Like Yomu has fast jabs like this, but characters that have a single jab can actually combo reliably into things. Like they have better conversion. It kind of sounds like the single jabbers are like better because, you know, better neutral, better but it's not like that. But usually they have those advantages. Yomu is rushdown. Yeah. Yeah. Yomu is pretty damn rushdown. Like, she's pretty unique thanks to the C bullet that is basically constantly around, like this. You can compare it to almost a stand from JoJo. It works like it's disconnected and you can send it away. And she has a far 2A, which is unique to her, and it's super plasma block. So pretty much, she's a really rushdown character. She has a low fast jab, fast high jabs, good mix-ups like this, really fast on ground like this. She's pretty much think Yang from Street Fighter 4, or is there someone like this in Guilty Gear? Let me think.
This rushdown?
Rushdown like this. Oh, a chip, but with more life. A lot more life.
I don't know if it's comparable.
Yeah, no, it's not comparable with chip, but you know, it's the only thing I can think of for some reason. So, give me a break.
I would more compare it with Soul Rushdown with what they play.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, she's a fast, small rushdown with clones. She's definitely more like Yang from Street Fighter 4 or Tail Strike than, you know, anything from Guilty Gear, honestly. Especially the freaking clones basically say Yang were better. Alice is the puppet character, which is a staple of the anime fighter. Well, I lied. She looks like a puppet character because she has actually, you know, she actually uses dolls to most of her attacks, and she has to set up the puppet. But in truth, she's like an hybrid between a puppet character and your typical like elongated character like Dalsim or Axel.
Just pro 4-5A.
Yeah, she has the longest range in the game.
I cannot just contest it.
That doesn't have an Urbox. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a long range character with set play. Yes, she basically.
That set play is more important than in other characters with those.
She's definitely a long range character, like, but differently from like Dalsim and Axel. She doesn't have like Urboxes. Those. It's all hitbox, baby. There's nothing to whip punish here. And then she has set up by using the dolls. The dolls can be activated from afar. You can place them a bit all over the place. You can go forward. Yeah. You can even go upwards. I think it was 2. There you go. So yeah, she's a long range character with set play. She's not okay. She's mid range, but like her mid range is basically long range in a normal fighting game. That's the thing. Like,
she has good triple white tools.
That's the thing. Look at this. Like, sliding with this, or this, or that too actually, yeah. Or this. Crazy. What else?
Hey, what about Makuya?
No, I forgot. Sakuya doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She doesn't matter. Sakuya is
well, first of all, she has excellent mobility, and on top of that, she has good bullets.
Oh yeah.
Very strong bullet game, and she can cancel them super fast. So you can just throw.
She's really basic. The problem is that the big meat of the character. First, no, shut up. The big meat of the character is mostly behind the meter, because she's a really high Okizeme Tech-rolling character thanks to most of her spell cards. On top of that, she's really like bullet heavy, and like she's kind of like, you know what reminds me is she's kind of like Remu, Marisa and Sakuya. Remu Marisa are kind of like Sakuya in the sense they are really basic. Like they are most like they have basic bullets, basic flying and movement, and basic buttons. You know, like they feel basic, if you know what I mean. Like they have a 623 that grazes or is a pseudo DP. They have like, you know, this. and this. Like they feel similar. Is it me? You know? Just they feel similar. Like just like the Sakuya as the Okizeme spell cards. She's a good character if you like, you know, again, set plays mostly. Or maids. Or JoJo. Or both. All three, I don't know.
Nervy.
You can like all three. Who am I? Oh, Reimu and Marisa, I forgot Marisa, yeah, don't pick, yeah. Marisa is, she's the embodiment of Ken, honestly, like, she really feels Ken. She has a DP, you know, kind of Hadokens here and there. Forward moving move. That's melee. And that. Whatever that is.
Bomb.
The bomb. No, I know what that is. And she honestly plays really, really basic. Imagine a Shoto, but transported into Soku. Basically, that's Marisa. She's really, really basic.
She's small and she goes fast.
She's normal. Like the height of the character is normal. She has good buttons.
I'm just used to be too tall for this word.
Good buttons. She has again a DP that is invincible on frame 1, invincible on level 1. Really good damage. Really, really good damage. She's really good.
Damage is very good. Her spell cards
good
really
projectiles. She has a laser, which is a godlike projectile in this game. So instead of density, you just kind of slashes through things.
And you can hijack concept when you want.
Oh yeah.
So you just decide, okay, I don't want to see you grazing through me.
What else does she do? Yeah, she's takes like Marisa as a basic character, like she's simple. Reimu on the other hand, she's not. Reimu, she's the protagonist of the series, and you would think she will be like more Shoto-like, and she has a DP, but for some reason it's the only one on level 4 only. Not only that, but she doesn't really feel Shoto-esque. Like if you play Marisa, you will feel like the Ryu, Ken, Sol kind of style of the character. But if you play Reimu, she really doesn't feel anything like that. She's not really unique, but like she feels. You know what she feels like? Yukari.
You might cut.
Reimu feels like Yukari in a sense, you know? She's kind of similar.
Kinda, except at the pressure level where
yeah, pressure is not as good. She has kind of wonky pressure. She's not as simple as Yukari, but in terms of how you feel when playing Reimu, it's like Yukari. Like you pick Yukari, you pick Reimu, you feel similar. She's definitely not a worse Yukari. She's definitely not a worse Yukari. Yeah. She has good damage. She has really good damage, actually. She has good conversions. If you can do the famous loops, she can do pretty good damage. No. Which Volt is trying to do right now.
Well, I didn't have any orbs, but you get the idea.
You can have combo because it was Monsoon.
No.
So you should play her like if you want a character that has good neutral, because she has really good bullets. Like the bullets she has access to, really good. Like they feel she is definitely the Shoto of the game in the bullet sense. Like she has the best bullets to play neutral with. They are really good.
Yep.
If you play her, 6B is a great anti-air. 2C is a great anti-air. 5B is a great mid-range option. Marisa 2 has the same kind of bullet. Like they feel really good at mid-range. 2B is a great check, like that, like this. So she's the Shoto of her own game, but she's not like similar like any other Shoto. Like she's the Shoto of her own game in terms of style and execution. Sana and Cheer, no what? Those two have some choices. They are unique to Soku, as in they are not present in Yump or
Scarlet Weather.
Yeah, Skyward Rhapsody. They're not present. They are really unique. For freaking Sana, I've been playing Marvel vs. Capcom and throwing assists like that. Like instead of having a normal C and B bullet, she has like she can actually call out assists that are still bound to the projectiles anyway. Actually, my bad. The assists are bound to the C bullet. So for C is this one, and 6C is this one. So you can call Kanako or Suwako. And they are also part of your moveset, like that, 6 to 3. or 214. Outside of that, she's kind of normal like the rest of the cast. The problem is that she is the most technical one. Even flying, she doesn't fly normally. She has control of the wind, and the wind lets her do something like this. That's a short hoop. That's straight up King of Fighter stuff. There we go. You can do hit. That's pretty good. You can do that kind of stuff with the wind. The wind is highly technical. It doesn't just change how you move, it also changes your moves. You can control a bunch of your moves.
Your B bullets, mainly.
By using, yeah. Oh yeah, you can control even your B bullets by using the wind. Something like this.
And you hold them back.
Yeah, it's really unique to Sanae. Like Sanae, by having this wind unique thing, she gets some. She's wonky. She's really hard to play because if you play the characters, you think like you want to do this kind of stuff, but that's not right. That doesn't really work like that. Yeah. We'll get to that. Just know that if you want to play Sanae, she's a really good character, but she's the most technical character in the game just because of the wind and what the wind controls and how to do pressure and other things. She's the most technical, but she's really, really good once you get to the hang of her, which is not easy. It really is not. Chino. Boy, she's the fastest character in battle. She has the 5-framer. Look through the 5-framer. Look at that. No, wait, don't that. Look at that. Do it. Look at that.
It's small.
It's the smallest. No, it's 5 frames. It's the smallest button in the game. Not in the game. It's the fastest button in the game, but it's so small and doesn't convert into anything. Look at that. It is 5 frames though. No, for A is 7 framers actually. Only Mei-Ling has a 6-framer, which is 4A, and 2A is 7. Shirno, I believe, has a 5 and a 7. I can check. Doesn't take me anything. Shirno.
No, 5 and 6.
5 and 6?
5 and 6. Yeah.
No way, really. My frame data knowledge, I cannot believe this. Well, you're right. Holy moly.
Yeah. One big thing about the character is that she floats if you don't hit down.
Oh yeah,
down,
she has the float.
Float yourself.
Yeah, she floats.
The float just lets you kinda.
Why do the Soul characters have unique flying? What's up with that? Like Chirno has that, Sanae has the wind, who's like whatever. Like she just What's up with that? Suwako too. Yeah. She just kinda whatever. She's really strong. She has good conversion. This crazy. Look, okay, do 6A. Do 5C. It kinda looks the same. She has the less animation in the game, and because of that, everything looks the same. So it's really hard it's really easy to get mixed.
They had no more budget.
It's pretty tough.
So instead, she got the mix-up.
She has good pressure actually. Even it doesn't look like she has actually good pressure, good buttons. Crazy. She has some crazy spell cards actually. She might not look like it, but she's actually really good.
She's the strongest of all.
She's the strongest. The Baka. I wanted to say strongest in Japanese, but it doesn't come into my mind, so I'll just move on. So yeah, Chino is actually pretty good. Give it a if you like the ice fairy, she's actually pretty good. Like small range, except on J5A, which is like through the J5A. Look at that. It looks like it doesn't go anywhere, but the truth is, I think they consider the wings as part of the hitbox. So the small punch is actually huge.
Submoving.
Oh yeah, she doesn't dodge load. Like she's actually like even standing. No standing.
Oh yeah, she doesn't dodge anything.
She has no like it's fully. But yeah, J5A. That thing it doesn't look like it, but it's huge. Like you need to check the hitbox. It's crazy big. It's not really lasting compared to other J5As. It doesn't last much, but it's freaking huge. It makes no sense. I think they use the freaking ice wing. Otherwise, I don't get it. It's a small. Look at the punch. It's so small. She doesn't have much range compared to most characters, but it's not bad. Like 6A is decent. 2A is not great, but
stop moving away.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to hit you.
There we go. See that? That's huge. It's kind of hard.
I'm happy.
But anyway, it's pretty freaking big.
Anyway.
You can check the hitbox, it's on the wiki. Good character. Mei Ling and Utsuo. Wow, there's some stuff in here. What else do we have? So Mei Ling is really melee based. Like she's probably the most melee based character in the game because everything she does, she has unique dials. That's a okay, normal ender, 6A ender, low ender. There are reasons to use them, but it's kind of specific. Also, she has like of 4 special moves: melee, melee, melee. Oh, melee. There we go. And
bullets.
Bullet. I'll notice that 236 is a move that I think Mei Ling players should use, but because it seems to desync games somehow, and we never really establish if that's a real thing or not, or if it's because of the version of the game or whatever, you don't really see this move used. Which again is too bad because it's a bullet that does speed damage, and that's problematic, but you kinda need it. Melee bullet and desync, my favorite move. Just to be sure, let's go back to just to be sure. I really hate that we don't know if actually the syncs because I really like that move and I think it's actually really good. She's mostly like she has a 6 framer, this one, the second fastest button in the game, and a 7 framer, the third fastest button in the game. And this low is really good. She has basic mix-ups and she has maybe one of the most technical combos. Like they're not super technical, but they can be pretty technical. She has great bullets, great mid-range pokes in the bullet too, and overall, like she's more melee than other characters. But she has really good buttons. She even has a cross-up button, which is rare in this game. Oh, that can hit behind. Good air game. Yeah, compared to other characters, she has a double hitting air move. So you can mix up the you can uniquely mix up people in the air more than normal, because usually you get a single hit in the air, but this one is twice. So if they both escape the first hit, they may hit by the second and stuff like that. So she has a pretty decent.
Thank God they escape.
Yeah, we get
anyway,
we are getting there, okay? It's like a big puzzle. It makes sense once you see it all. Yeah, overall she's pretty good. Like she's a good character, and like even if she's supposed to be focused on melee attacks, she has really good projectiles, and the most Hadoken in the game. This one by itself is a crazy move. So yeah. She's actually pretty good. Like, if you like the more melee focused character in the crazy bullet anime fighter, Mei Ling is a good choice. Utsuo. Oh boy, Utsuo. Oh, you could stay here entire day. She has a 4A, and that alone is just crazy. Like, you think everyone has a 4A, but everyone has a 4A, but not everyone is playing Tekken while everyone is playing Soku, because the 4A of Utsuo can actually kind of hard. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll press a button. 1, 2, 3. God dang it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Well, anyway,
it's a low crusher. Basically, the 4A of Utsuo.
Wait, low crusher.
It's a low crusher.
It crushes some lows.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, Mei Ling low.
Yeah, I was wondering why you would press UI with Mei Ling.
I'm being stupid.
With Marisa it works. Oh yeah.
Rainbow works. Basically, the Xbox shifts completely a bit, and you completely avoid anything from the low. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll press. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. See? Counter it. Obviously that has many active frames, so he got trade. But in a normal case scenario, you get hits in low crushes, basically. Community builds should work. The sync thingy works, but you kind of have to deal with it. But outside of the funny foray that plays Tekken, the thing that is really important with Utsuo is that she has the highest amount of damage in the game. Like, just a dial. It's just so... So she has the highest amount of damage in the game, and she's the biggest big jabber of the game. She's like big. She's like... Yeah, thanks Soku for...
Did it crash?
It crashed, yeah.
Dang.
Luckily it doesn't happen basically never, so... This, just so you know, this is not normal, but it happens often when I'm streaming. Not often, but like, it tends to happen when I'm streaming. I'm Rio streaming. The AP should be in mods, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, everything fine. So basically, she has the. She's the final boss of any fighting game. Yeah, she's really big damage. Like, she sneezes and 4k damage. You're not joking. It does that. Like, do full dial. Just dial.
Yeah.
It's 2.5, and you'll say, well, Suika does that too. Yeah, but Utsu has better conversion, and she can actually do 3k if she wants to. Whoops.
I don't know my combos. Sorry, but
3K.
it got up to 3.5.
Good typhoon damage because raw damage is huge. The movement, so the only weakness the major weakness she has access to is that the movement is kinda like Romelia in the sense that it's kinda pixie-like. You move it, but it's the reverse. Instead of being short bursts, they are like long.
There's a long startup, but you can act quite fast from them.
On the ground, they are pretty obvious, which is where you want to be against Utsuo, even if it doesn't look right, because the dashes like, she has access to are really slow.
Yeah, if I try to D6 for A, it just never happens.
Yeah, it doesn't work. You have to 68, so that means she has to commit to a move that is minus
on right block.
Right block, yeah. But don't let that like make you think that she's weak because she has like bad movement. She doesn't really need it when she has the tools to have neutral become just whatever. That is
her answer game is super strong.
She's actually has access to one of the most, not the only, but the most anti-air of the game, which is 3A.
Yeah.
Or B is also crazy good. 6-3 is also pretty good. It's vertical. It's spherical. 5C is also decent, yeah, 6C. Oh, she has a 6C that works like Yuyuko 6C, which wins neutral, like, as in...
6B, you mean? 6B.
6B, yeah, my bad, 6B, my bad. Well, I mean, she has a laser. She has a laser, which is also a really good projector in this game, 6C. Like, she basically moves kinda badly, but she has all the tools to be really scary. And even a spell card, oh, Sub-Sun, go ahead. At least that one. Sub-Sun, look at I get gravity push into the center, and and if I get pushed inside...
This is what true neutral looks like.
And she has like a 2 card and a 3 card, and then like win neutral by activating neutrally without even like doing a confirm.
She's quite crazy.
If you go and check her, like, you understand. Like, she's a good she's a really good character. She has also decent pressure because she has like pretty good high lows. And she can use charge attacks to even do more pressure. 6-8 charge is plus on block. We didn't talk about this. Yeah, there we go. We didn't talk about this, but charge attacks can crush defense immediately. And pretty good. And the having one that is plus on block, pretty crazy. So Utsu is like a character, if you like. She definitely embodies the archetype of the grappler. At least like in the terms of like what makes you think about a grapple, like big damage, you don't want to block too much because otherwise you die, you don't want to also stand close to them because you die, you just want to have them not be close or just pressure them to such a level that they cannot play the game. She embodies that archetype really well. Suwako Raisin, oh wow, Raisin is probably the second best zoner of the game because she has some crazy projectiles. And conversions too. They're really good.
Her blocks are kinda small.
Yeah. And she has
but she has like crazy ability of dashing through them.
Yeah. She has the Ibuki dash.
Crush ups.
also.
Yeah, you should know that because some players do like that gimmick. Raising for them, 6A. It goes behind. Same for 3A. Oh, started 3A there.
S2P. Oh wow. And
Keeper,
the
you don't even
projectiles
care.
are crazy godlike. They're even plus on block. If you do 236, for example, on corner, that's plus on block on recovery.
Look, the bullets linger on the screen.
Yeah, that too.
It's
She has a laser.
terrible to deal with.
Rainbow
laser.
good.
The 1-4.
Rainbow's great bullet. What are you talking about? He has an entire laser also.
Pressure wise, she is quite stupid because she can press.
Cheap damage and plus frames.
It's plus.
Uh,
Block. Oh. I'm plus.
That's plus.
Plus.
236 is plus, and that's
I think I'm plus.
that,
plus as well.
High chip damage and plus frames.
Yeah, high chip damage.
It's gonna
does
take,
like.
it's gonna take a bit more. And then we're almost done. Look at that! And she has good damage, but the combos are quite hard actually. But she has really good conversion. So even if you have like bad combos, you will convert often. Like often. Way often. Spellcats are pretty good. Yeah. Although like she's
this is a good spellcat you want.
She feels like a really defaulty character of the game, kind of like Rim. Like you play it and it's like, oh yeah, I get it. You have an entire projectile, you have like mid-range projectiles, you have these big buttons you utilize to convert, etc, etc. She feels like a really good to play. Like she feels like really good to play. You have to try her. No true reversal. She doesn't have one. She has the equivalent of a 6P in Guilty Gear as an alt skill. So there's that. So yeah, Suwako is pretty much a stance character. She has a ground stance, that one. You move on the under the ground, like this. She has a lily pad stance, where you can do certain unique moves that only in lily pad. No, they are all three stances. Like trust me, if you treat those as stances, it's better. And then you have the normal stance, which is this one, just being like this. And you can go between all of those, like from the lily pad you can actually go into the air, and from the air you can actually go into the ground. The lily pad you cannot go into the ground though, unless you do...
2/6.
2/6. No, she doesn't.
No, you're doing 3 there.
No, she doesn't have a way to go into the ground, I think. Unless it... Oh, there we go, my bad. You do 6A. 6A changes the stance into underground. Is this a stance? Time to make the donuts. And from the underground you have all kinds of different moves.
So you've noticed how she walks and back walks.
Oh yeah, she jumps. The back is actually normal. It's normal ground. See?
She cannot control precisely how she walks.
Oh yeah.
But on the other hand,
and she flies
on
forward.
She flies, but always upward. Like if you go GD6, high jump, GD6.
Oh, sorry. She has this really unique fly where she just goes higher and higher and higher. And she can fly indefinitely. Like, differently from the characters, she can do this.
Oh wait, can do this?
Yeah, you can.
I didn't know.
You didn't know? Yes, you can.
No, wow.
So
you mean that's stronger.
The reason why you can do this is probably to position yourself. Not only that, but your air moves are like they are really big on whiff. If you whiff them, good lord, takes a bit to recover. J-Day especially. The tree takes forever. Yeah, you can do that while you have at least one orb. Yes, true. You can do this as long as you have at least one orb. But yeah, she's basically a stance character, really unique in the movement, and you have to be really good in utilizing all your changes in stance into stance because you can do something unique that other characters cannot do. You have skills that go into other stances, like that, so you can do a pseudo blue sky. The blue sky weather can lets you cancel a skill into another skill. Suwako can just go a special move into a stance, into another special move from that stance, like that. So 236, 214. Oh. Ah. There we go. See? And she has like really good. She has really high damage. Unique unique mix-ups. I love the one. I don't have it one right now, but you know the mix-up where you do like, and then that. But you spell cancel the air spell and you go back into ground pressure.
Yeah, the QSC.
Oh, it's so sick. It's so sick. You can also, you know, the pseudo one. She's a good, like she's a sick character, a good character. She can be really annoying if you cannot with punish because this. Look at this. She can use trees and snakes and stuff and rings. Like a tree. It's a tree. Fucking. She has also frogs. Yeah. Oh yeah, the area. Oh yeah, I always say that when someone is in the air, they don't have a low. I lied. Suwako has the only low in the game from the air. This thing. Why? We don't know. Dave, it's a good mix-up. Okay, she has really good bullets too. But why you want to play Suwako mostly because she's like the unique stance character. Also by design, she's the only one that has tie high. I don't know. You tell me. She got that Zeta Ryuki going on, you know. Aya is basically the fox of the game. She's really good. She has probably one of the best pressure in the game, like on surface. Like she has the most simple yet functional pressure in the entire game. She has almost every single button she uses is plus.
If it's a wrong block, it's plus.
Yeah,
if it's right block, it's minus.
She has a 2A that is plus on wrong block for some reason. 6A is plus. The 5A is plus. This one probably plus. The bullets are decent. Tight in other, you can do basic mix-up. Overall, the pressure you want to see comes from the spell cards that I don't have right now. I think. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. At least one of any kind. She has probably the easiest and most powerful.
Okay, you have one.
For example, like the dial itself is a frame trap. It's an auto frame trap. You just mash this and it's a frame trap. And it's also tight into most spell cards you do. But your spell cards are really good because you can do this. You have a bunch of those. Like,
yeah, her pressure is honest but strong.
She has really low damage. She's probably the lowest damage character in the game.
Along with Sakuya.
Sakuya?
Yeah,
she's the second one. Komachi also kinda low on the damage. Let me do a combo. I think it's like 2B maybe. No, it's
you forgot the 6E.
Oh, 6C, yeah, my bad. So it's like your best damage is like 1.5, 2K at best. In a game where characters do 2.1.
1.8 without the guts, but you see the idea. It's quite low.
It's pretty low.
And instead she has
good bullets. Mobility. Like she has good bullets, really good mobility, especially in the air.
She can sustain herself in the air with Jade Edge, 6A, D2-2.
Oh yeah, she has a lot of air moves. Probably the highest amount of air moves in the game. Like she can do almost everything she has in the air. Actually, yeah, she can.
Oof. That is perfect.
And this one can be done in the air from level 1. She can summon crows! Like, bruh! Why aren't you picking Aya? Why did you kill the crow? And Komachi. So Komachi is another character. She's the longer ranged character, basically.
Yeah. So the first thing
also she has a close up.
Good about her, she has this G66. It's unlike anything, and that's the second reason why you want to learn it and such like that.
Really Ino-like again. Yikes.
You get on them quite fast. Your G6A is amazing because it goes that fast. 4-5A. Come It goes low. It goes so far.
range,
Like
yeah.
6 may not even hit. She has a repeatable 2A, which is kind of
She has a good anti-air. 3A is a good anti-air. 4A also good anti-air, yeah. Like we didn't mention, but some characters have good anti-air in the buttons. Komachi is one of those. 4A is really good. It's a jab, so you can just kind of throw the 4A and throw me 4A. It's fast, it's high. 3A is also really good. Though a lot of Komachi moves have like those huge blind spots up close, so you kind of have to what? Wow, okay.
I think YouTube. Wait, Ribbon is maybe. Okay, go.
Oh, charge.
Okay, no,
no charge.
You're too big.
No, charge has a different. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
And that's also 60C.
My bad.
60C too. 60C, no.
This is a big slide, but punishable on block. This.
Oh, that's huge.
Huge.
She's really.
I have
she's really bad on recovery. Like when she whiffs something, that's pretty painful. Whiff something. Oh. Like it takes forever. Part 5A too.
She's a good skill.
She's mostly like she's mostly about range. Pressure game. We're not talking about pressure game in any character usually, unless it's like something really important. Overall, like she's mostly about range. It's your typical long range, mid longish range character, kind of like Alice. I cannot say much about Komachi because kind of like Sanae, she's not explored enough, and a lot of unique aspects come from niches that are not yet filled. Oh yeah, she has good projectile. She has the 5C that is really good because you can just 5C. Oh, 5C. You can follow it, and you can also make it explode. Yeah.
Same part 214 default.
Yeah. She has pretty good neutral control overall. Like she's not bad, but she's not explored enough to have you. Like I cannot tell you something big because it's she's not explored enough. But it's not a character that, if you like the aesthetic, sight, the Reaper and all that, the kind of image, she's pretty good. Also, no, I'm not going to say that. We've reached the end. The Scarlet Weather Rhapsody duo. Oh jeez. Wait, no, random select. Why are we not on the right stage? Whatever.
It's okay.
So Iku is another slow jabber, like Yuyuko or Utsuo or Suika. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it was I was going to say that I was talking about design of the character, and the fanon, it is how it is, the fanon. Anyway, I was going to mention that actually, yeah. Yeah. Another big lady, a chunky lady, Iku, she has this. That thing doesn't look big, but you have to understand, the wind effect is actually part of the hitbox. There we go. Oh, that's a big ass button that you get downward. J2A.
You see the recovery on J2A.
Oh yeah. If you use this randomly.
But if you reach the ground, well, your move gets cancelled and you get back to normal.
Oh yeah. So you can do like low down like that.
Yep. She gets a hold of neutral very fast.
Look at that! Look at that! Graze. So Iku is the Fable top tier of the game because she has really crazy spell cards. She's like Utsuo, crazy spell cards. She's like like Patchouli, she has crazy conversions from bullets. She's like herself because she has J2A. Like she has a lot of good stuff. Buttons too, like they are mid-range good. Like look at this.
Yeah, good mid-range.
They are pretty good, the mid-range. Again, she has really good projectiles. This one is super fast. It's a great neutral check. Super crazy. Very good.
And very often tight in block spring. Ooh,
Good pressure, good buttons. Oh, she can convert easily, like most big jobbers. Jabber? Yeah.
jabbers.
Jobbers. Good moves. Like she.
Yeah, super
Like
armor.
overall, you need to try her. But imagine like having a character that can invalidate neutral for a bunch of seconds, big damage, big conversion. Also, she flies like this due to the perfect flight. That is not unique to her, but she has it. Look at that.
Airfoots is.
Our foot
You combine that with
system.
J5A or J2A, and it becomes.
I'm here, or am I? Am I? Am I?
Yeah.
Ooh,
So you have to.
Ooh.
It's one thing that is difficult to. When you fight her, you gotta be good at entering
But yeah.
preemptively.
She's really good. She's a really good character. Like if you like chunky damage, damage is not even that high, honestly. It's just that you.
It's regular, but
regular, but you
her
see it
ability
often.
her ability to convert is crazy. Like it's rare to see her drop.
Yeah, the thing is that she just kind of does whatever she wants.
Even in full screen. Even
yeah,
in full
yeah,
screen.
she can do this. Look at that! I didn't even do the entire combo. There's more. Like she can convert full screen. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, no. If you like if you want a character that you feel super like you really in control, Iku is definitely the character. She feels like the closest to a top tier in sheer strength. But don't let that cloud your judgment. She still has weaknesses as many other characters. She's just a really good strong points. Like if she whiffs this one, she's in trouble. It's just that you often don't see it whiff. That's the problem. Yeah, she's a great character. Like she's strong, powerful, good spellcast, good buttons, pretty nice. She's not perfect though. Like expect problems eventually in some scenarios, but she's a good pick. Tenshi is also Tenshi is an entire. Yeah, 3A.
Oops, my bad. Wrong button.
There you go. Other rare case of having an actual entire.
Yeah, 2D
Tenshi
is also...
has, she's mostly known for being able to do like 3k damage easily. That kind of stuff.
What?
She loops those drills. And that if you block one of those, people are like, just B. That kind of,
Yeah.
so she's usually have people like blocking a lot and hitting a lot of damage and all that kind of stuff.
Pretty good damage.
Yeah, very good damage. People say that neutral is not that good, but I will say that 2C, that is a B tier density bullet and at kinda 260 is pretty good. I will say that much, my guy. She has laser, yeah, she has laser, which is always good because laser is really good as a general bullet in the game. Spell cards are nothing to scream about, but she has good stuff. She's as many other characters kinda still in development, so you can go and find damage, Jesus. You can go and find some stuff. She got boots. You like boots on girls? She got boots. Long hairs. Kinda pissy. Good character. The boots. And yeah, give you a try if you want like loops, big damage. Oh, she can convert easily, like many slow jabbers like this. She can just do like bap into drill and show Exodia. Oh, I have it. Do me a favor, jump into above me. See, the thing is that it does big damage, and those things also stays still on the screen.
It lingers.
And they also linger from round 2. They also linger from a round. So if you win with this and the opponent falls immediately to the ground, they still stay active on the next round too. They do crazy. The pressure is they just explode. You cannot block those. It's a crazy 5 card. It's a good 5 card. And this is not even the best one she has because she has Tickleback, which is a win neutral spell card. You need to try her. You can Graze, you can, but you don't want to. Well,
okay, we didn't explain about the type.
We overview all the characters, and we have been here 2 hours, and guess what, boys and nice girls and whatever ever. We're still not done. Ah, jeez. Oh boy. Yeah, pick whatever you want. Oh jeez. So that was the character overview. You can get a more general idea by playing those characters
Border escapes.
and checking the... Yeah, I get to that. And checking Daka Wealth resources about, general view of the character. You'll see that. I'm sure there's I know that podcast was supposed to go today. I hope maybe next Sunday. I don't know. We are not done. That's the problem. So, give me a second. I need to drink water. I'm losing oxygen on my brain. Stay hydrated. I don't think we can do it as snappy because we are supposed to talk about fucking meta game. Okay. So people also request. Yeah, sure. It's fine. Worst case, people just look at podcast and then watch the VOD. So here, after trials and tribulation, we have the meta game, which is something I think people want to understand more because it's probably the most interesting part about the game. Pick Yukari, whatever you want, really. It doesn't matter. So, oh yikes! Wait. Yes. So we don't really need the notes anymore, pretty much. So basically, people asked for like an explanation how the game's supposed to go, right?
Border escape first.
Okay, fine. Okay, so it's
it's
about defense, though. Fine. So one of the mechanics of the game that is really important, like big boy important, is that you can cancel your block stun, or better said, you can cancel your guard. So if you're blocking something, yeah, you have 4 movements: back, as in backdash, up, as in neutral high jump, back jump, as in back high jump, and forward dash, as in forward dash.
The one I just executed.
Exactly. So backdash, 2, as in neutral high jump.
Nah, we'll show me screen for the B1.
Oh,
just press press
B1,
right,
which is back jump.
Okay,
you can
so
be up. No, up forward. No, it will be so broken, so beautiful, so broken. And then you have forward. No, well, yeah, forward.
Yeah, I showed it forward.
Yeah, forward. So the most important one that you will use more often is the 2. Yeah, the 2. It's used often to avoid follow-ups of any kind. For example, if I do 2-1-4, you board escape correctly. Doesn't work. My frame trap is gone. So board escapes are the main core of the defense, like the entire defense mechanism of the game, because you need, together with that dashing, high jumping, chicken blocking, which is blocking in the air from a normal jump, or poking, they are part of the fundamental aspects of defense. Oh yeah, it breaks an orb. Yeah, that's really important. But it does refill the others. Do me a favor. Wait a second. Go. Throw me something. Ah, too much. What? Throw 5B. There you go. It's kinda hard to see, but basically when you board escape, you recover all the remaining orbs. So it's pretty useful not only to escape pressure, but even if you're neutral, like you're just kinda, spending meter. It's good to recover orbs like that fast.
Same in the air, actually.
Yeah, in the air, it's you can do back, forward. That's it. 1 and 2. And they are really good in the air, especially because if you block something in the air, the opponent has even less. Do G6A. Yeah.
Yeah, G6A.
That was a full punish
anything,
because it did a follow-up that is bullet. and we're already getting intricated, and I don't like it. So yeah, but
I
escape.
noticed now, winter. What is it?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know this. How long will it
Okay.
take for? There was a number, but I don't have it. Do you have
Yeah,
it?
I have them. I pinned them in general. So
Write
for
it
the
in write
observation,
it in the chat.
the fifth. Well,
Write
so
it
for
in
the
the
first
chat.
upgrade. Hey, I have the numbers.
So
Okay.
yeah, but it stays on the freaking VOD, so people can actually read it. So drop it in the chat,
Yeah, I just.
please.
Ah.
Is it like is that a problem? There we go.
Yeah. I was just getting them.
Frames don't say much, but consider that 60 frames are 1 second, so multiply and there we go. So it's it's like 1 second and a half for the first one, I think. Something like that. 60, 120, 180. Almost 2 seconds. Wait, no. Almost
My
3
brain's
seconds. Yeah, no. I'm stupid. It's almost 3 seconds. Which is a lot, but it's not actually. It starts lasting longer. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, oh yeah, they're in the... Wait, what kind of order is that? Let's check it out. The last one is basically 3 seconds. See? Pop. The other one, the less you have, the faster it goes. The first one takes 960 frames, which is a lot.
Yeah,
Consider that 600 frames is 10 seconds.
Yeah, no.
So.
No, my bad. 16 seconds. It's long, but you can play the game with 4 orbs.
Yeah, it's fine. Like you just, it's advanced. It's not advanced, but like you need to be able to.
You shouldn't be too scared about sacrificing an orb or even 2 if you can manage to get back to neutral and play the game regularly, because over time it will regenerate.
Though it shouldn't really be your main option. It should be your option for certain scenarios, but it shouldn't be your main option every time. Throw something. Throw a bunch of things. Again. If you just board escape all the time, obviously you will end without orbs, which is fine to fight like this. You can, but it's gonna be really hard, and the opponent can really abuse can really heavily abuse you having less or no orbs, like really a lot. It can get pretty crazy. So you don't want to be the only mechanic you use defensively. Okay, so now. Okay, so.
Finally!
It's been 2 hours and 30. Oh jeez, this is gonna be long. So it's been 2 and 30, and we're entering the final phase of the learning the ropes of this game. We're gonna talk the meta, let's say the meta game, the sense like how you
know the character, but how you play.
Yeah, how you play, like it doesn't matter what character you pick, how you play the game, you know? What are your actions that you are supposed to execute or follow up? Give me a second, I got tired, I've been talking a lot. Okay, so, apologies. Let me get into it. So, there are 3 phases in any fighting game. You have the offense, the defense, the neutral. You have all those 3 phases, and they are all matter. I don't want to go like, I made a stream just for that, so I'll try to be more simple. So, in neutral, you're supposed to utilize your projectile to force some kind of movement like that, of any kind, and then take advantage of that movement in a way or another, and take space from that movement, like this. That kind
of isn't the pressure.
Yeah, I know, but that kind of stuff. Now, if you lose the game, it's your 3 orbs. You didn't lose it. You don't lose the game. So the entire neutral is basically composed of this throwing bullets to convince the opponent to either throw bullets themselves or to move around. If they throw bullets themselves, you still you have this situation.
Yeah, if I block, it's not good. That's pressure.
See? Like if he throw bullets and I dash through those, and he high jumps, I actually get to do something like this. Well, I guess.
Why a DP?
I figured I can actually fold them up. Like, I can throw those, I dash, more bullets, advantage, I mean. See? It didn't have enough time to throw more bullets from that position, so now I have the advantage. Like, I have the space advantage. Now I block those, and I get more advantage. I throw bullets, I jump forward, I try to get advantage. But obviously, he can do things to counter that behavior. So neutral, the meta sense of the meta game, so to speak, is supposed to be you throw bullets, create movement of the opponent, and then punish or restrict that movement to gain advantage of them. Either again pushing them into a corner or in a top spot, so you can start pressure and do stuff. Now, why you want to do any of this? Obviously, if you catch them moving in the screen, trying to do some stuff. These are. You can start the mix-ups, and you can start pressure. Or they try to do something, and you punish that somehow. It's kind of hard. Give me a second. Let's do a scripted one. You dash throw.
Yeah.
And you punish that. So you either pressure them more, you push them into a bad situation, or you punish that reaction. And that actually, give me a second. And that actually is literally this. And this thing, this is the entire premise of the neutral. And not only neutral, pressure. And obviously defense. This is exactly how the game will play out constantly, because you don't have access to again low highs properly.
You don't react to them.
Yeah, you cannot react to them. There is no normal overhead. Like the closest thing to an overhead would be this. That is an overhead basically, because it has 30 frames of startup or so, and it gives me plus frames and speed damage. The opponent, as you can see, recover orbs after losing them pretty fast too. So when you do pressure, it has to be like a bunch of it, so that it doesn't recover fast and it gets crushed and it gets scared. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Actually, charge moves are the closest thing to an overhead, but also this kind of stuff can be defined as an overhead pretty much, because it's not tight.
In the game, there are actual overheads, but they're so inexistent.
Oh yeah.
You may forget them. Like
mailing is an overhead. Suika giant form is an overhead. Yeah, it's kind of specific. So neutral goes like again. Neutral restricts movement, push people into the corner, or anyway push them in a way that you can start pressure. Or you damage them because they move incorrectly, and you hit them while in dash. Because again, if they're dashing, they cannot block, or they do whatever, you punish them, or they try to. For example, let's say I do this. You dash forward 6 to 3 B, C, right?
Yeah.
Wow, but yeah, I'm supposed to punish that.
You can't finish that. Okay.
And that's a punish. So I did a thing to clock the neutral. It was like, I'm not going to let you do that, Star Fox. So it just dashes, Graze move, stops me. So that's one other way. Other way is to, you can also do the classic one. You get mid-range and you start the dance. Characters do have buttons that can actually be used in mid-range like that. If you have,
Yeah, in general, if it's less than a second to recover, like this, it takes less than 1 second. You can classify it as a good poke.
The thing is that if you notice, the good pokes they push away. They don't work like you would expect normally. As in long button, you hit them, get frames, and go forward. Often you just push them like away if they block, or you literally have them wall bounce somewhere or fall down, which then you either if you know that they gonna high tech, or you have like a follow-up combo. See that? I had bullets already there to clog the air tech, so he couldn't do air tech into buttons. He had to either block or dash forward. So by doing that, So basically I create a mix-up after, that's a combo. And knockdowns, instead, if you get a knockdown, you have to guess where they're going and then go there. So as you can see, the game is really like there is this not flow, but it's in constant motion. You don't get to like start your 1p game often unless you pay meter. Because if you get even a poke, sometimes you don't even get that much of a pressure. My mix-up from 6A poke is to do either 6A to stop them from doing anything, or just kind of, following up with a stagger or this. And if they're scared of the 2-1-4, I get to do like 6A, bullet, and then movement. That kind of stuff. So neutral is all about either punishing the movement to avoid the projectile, or punishing them for being scared of the bullet or being troubled by the bullet because you did a big smart and add a bullet where they wanted to move. So you just punish them, but more pressure. Once you have, so that would be neutral. Again, normal moves are used. You use them in mid range, and obviously, iron moves are really good to just kind of go in like this. Classic. Don't play neutral, just go in. Neutral, what is it? Do I eat that? Is it food? I don't care. Bam. But obviously, as we talk about, you have anti-airs. You have anti-airs. You have to do them a bit preventively. Usually you don't wait the last moment. You use them usually around the... As you notice that someone is going in, you almost immediately use it. Because by the time you started, yeah, they're already in. So anti-airs kinda have to be a bit, not preventive, but it's not anti-air.
This is an anti-air.
That is not anti-air. Dummy.
This is a completely good anti-air.
No, it's not. So anti-air exists, obviously, and
okay, this one is an anti-air for sure.
Yeah, vertically.
8 low profiles. 8 low profiles.
It does, yeah. So when we are playing neutral, you have the state: the attacker with bullets, the opponent dashes through instead of throwing bullets themselves. Both playing bullet war. No, both playing bullet war.
Okay, my bad.
And then having a situation where you're just gonna wait the opponent to throw the bullet to go in. This is a great anti-air reverse a great attack. I mean, yeah, sure.
See?
It's not incorrect.
Anti-air.
So neutral is like, this kind of sphere that is all about bullet or not bullet, and then you work from there. The triangle, remember that triangle is important. If people decide to jump at you, remember that you have anti-air, you need to use them. Usually the easiest one to utilize for this kind of behavior like this is neutral, yeah, Bislow. There you go. You can neutral jump J5A. Neutral jump J5A, it's better. No, neutral jump. You're getting bopped because you're not neutral jumping. There you go. Neutral jump is probably your yeah. Okay, you know what? Can that just like there's a thing you do in neutral sometimes. You just kind of do checks and then stop. Every once in a while, maybe and then you press A when they jump in. That actually works really well. Like, that's a thing you actually have to do. And it works really well as an anti-air. You have your bullets, but neutral jump J5A is probably your best one. Unless you have like something like Yukari can actually do J6A. But that's committal, even if it's an anti-air.
Big bets. Wow.
I mean, it's not really vertical, so that's kind of wonky. But
oh, it does high.
Okay.
It's higher than E8 looks.
What else? So anti-airs, yeah, they exist. You have to use them when people start to do this, or they jump on you. You have to be preventive again. Sometimes you just go be at mid-range, anti-air, 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 and then jump in. Like if you see that anti-air doesn't matter, jump in. See? Advantage because it blocked. Anti-air, he jumped, got hits. Anti-air, go in. Mid-range anti-air, going in. See? Like you just throw them as a check, and then from there you work because you can high jump cancel, and from there high jump cancel you can do a bunch of stuff like this. See? Advantage. Punish. baited, and so on. But bullets, they have like this inner working. They are the true normal of the game. It's the button you will always actually utilize to play the game. The melees are like something you utilize when you are either really close or in the mid-range battle, or when you are dashing up because you expect projectiles and you just kinda, yeah, there you go. Yeesh. There we go. Sliding 6A. There. Jesus, what a whip punish. So that's what you go for the neutral. Like the meta game of the neutral is that. The knockdown is probably the stuff we cannot really talk about much because it's really character dependent. The general line is that when you get a knockdown, you have to guess. Like you, the attacker, should have the advantage, but in truth, you have to guess.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to guess. There are ways to like kinda say if you want really good Oki, you have to guess. Otherwise, you kinda do this depending on the character you play, and just kinda dash up. See?
Yeah, it's effective.
I did back, and it looked like the forward one, so he reacted incorrectly. What about more general world cross-up safe jumps? I always see safe jumps in Soku, but it's like, do they matter? Like, how? I know they obviously they exist, but they're even easy to set up in theory because of how much there is in the terms of like tech rolling. You kind of have to sacrifice one or the other. It's really hard to safe jump and also get good Oki. It just doesn't fly, you know. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know.
It's doable, but
it's really hard, right?
Some characters have their tech is so good.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's too difficult.
Commit. Yeah, you have to commit really hard. Like Yukari is low, but I feel like you have to commit really hard to get good that kind of stuff. Like you just kind of have to. So yeah, Oki is just kind of a strange beast in this game. Again, one of the things you can do, but that will make you lose good Oki. I need the crush. Is to follow up, just attack wherever you want. But as you can see, Volt now is in neutral. It is not in the corner anymore. It is neutral. While if I do back roll, my god, back roll. Oh. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm stupid. Behind me, wrong. Sorry. It's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours and 40. My brain. So, see, now I push him back into the corner. That is really, really strong. Wall cross-ups are a thing. I don't think they work really well with Yukari. Do it on me. Do it on me. Do it on me. Do it on me. I'll tech roll behind. That is not a cross-up. Do a wall cross-up. You know?
Wait, what?
You know, the one where you just sit on the opponent spot.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
I always tech roll behind.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. Basically, if you sit on the opponent's spot, you can wall cross up. It's kind of hard. Do it from afar, yeah. Like, okay, no? Okay, no. Do 6A, and then already position yourself. There you go, that one. So basically, you push up and away. It's really hard on Yukari, but on normal character you can kind of just be on the spot and just 4-6 and dance like this and make it really hard where you actually going to end. And that's a main cross-up in this game, because cross-ups are a rare thing. Few characters have buttons that actually cross-up, and when you have one, it's pretty sick. It's a pretty big sick thing, because you have a unique mix-up that in this game is really, really rare. You don't have, like, if J5A for example can cross-up, like, it can, but it's so hard and it's not really natural, so it's not a thing, basically. What do we have left? Yeah, we were talking about Okizeme. So offense. Prish. Okay, so we've come to the end. We've come to the end.
Yeah,
I've been watching the numbers dwindle slowly from 20 to 10. I understand this has been so long and it's tough. It's so much.
it's fine.
People are going to
We
watch
did
it
the
over.
character summary. It was a bit long,
Yeah,
but
I'm sure
uh,
people enjoyed it. Like I'm still waiting for like any Q&A, but people just kind of listen to it, which is fine. But I expected more questions, honestly. So pressure and defense, they are the same coin, different face. Once you understand one, you have mastery of the other, in theory. Yeah, so, help. You have a basic flowchart in this game. You need to be able to understand that there is a thing called fuzzy guarding. Wait, are we missing anything? Character review, general meta. Are we missing anything from the requests of people?
no, I checked. We went over all the
Anti-airing,
notes.
defending. Anti-airing, yeah, we talk about you utilize your bullets. You need to recognize what bullets are anti-air. For you, almost 6B actually. Pretty crazy,
Yeah,
I know. Defending, alright. Pressure, alright. I think we went above into everything, and it's a big stream. It's a big stream.
yeah. Anyway, if you want
Yeah,
to have a more
yeah. We have the resources anyway.
insights about neutral pressure defense,
Oh, yeah,
I've
basically.
made guides about it. Hopefully,
You can
they
ask.
should help you understand. Yeah, you can ask.
Yeah, it's
You
fine. This one
can.
is not like the only time we will do this anyway. Throw me down.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Diamond dust. Now that's a that's a weather if I've seen one. Hey, I want diamond dust. So pressure and defense. So these are really specific floats in this game. You need to be able to fuzzy in general. Uh, fuzzy is the tech where you just press a button while something else is happening. So like, there we go.
I'm
Holding,
just holding D6.
oh yeah, holding 6D here beats anything that is tight, because if I do something tight, you go back to blocking. If I do something untight, wait, what?
Oops, my bad.
If you do something untight, that happens. If I do something tight, you go back to blocking. It is that simple. So there is like this fuzzy option select whatever that you can utilize. But beyond that, oh, alright. It's gonna be, it's getting saucy. So pressure and defense in deep. And I'm going to be in deep. We talked about how you have cancels, right? Jab into command normal into B, B into C, and C into special. And then I don't have it. Special, if cancelable, because not all specials are cancelable, into spell cards. Now, what happens in this game in terms of pressure is kinda guided. Like you are guided by the game, by the invisible hand of the game. You are forced to do this and that. For example, jabs. Unless you have big jabs. Can you pick big jab character, please? So I can, showcase the two big differences. Anyone. Pachuli, Suika, Utsu. Yikes.
Yeah.
So basically, the big difference in this game between the jabbers, like this, you can match it for a bunch. Usually you have a repeatable 2A, but Remoke is a bit unique. She has a really active 2A. And Utsuo, the two jabs are pretty different. This one, that's a low, that's a high. High, low, high, low, high. So basically, those jabs are mid. They don't hit low or high. So what this means is that Remu to do roam block damage, because it's what you want. Roam block, which is really important, does more block stun and gives you more frames. So a move that maybe it's 0 on block now becomes plus on recovery, and even on cancel it's better. Can you dash out of this?
Nope.
That's tight. Now block right, block right. That's a big difference. A move that wasn't tight before now is tight. So roam blocking is a pretty huge thing. It matters a lot. And but by the way, in the Remu case, this 5C plus enough that it's tight.
It's +4 or something.
+10.
They do prevent BE. If you wrong block, you cannot BE.
You cannot board escape either. So wrong blocks is what you are aiming to in the majority of the cases. Imagine not board escaping 5C. I wonder why. Oops. So when a character like Remu steps in, how does she do wrong block up close? She does 2A. 2A is an actual wrong blockable button, as you can see. So she's forced to, when up close, to do 2A as the most of the times. The only way to do a high is either 6A, which is usually not really great on block measure button. It should be 0. There we go. Remu doesn't have a 7 framer, so in this case she's -1, and she will lose every single time. But she can actually make this button still matter because she can use mesh after. No, it doesn't work. I can do the C version maybe. Try meshing after it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was meshing.
That's sick.
What? I'm pressing 6. Why am I? Why
because the teleport screws up your movement a bit. So she can do that, for example, to make you respect the button, but she has to she has to commit. So 6A even like that is kind of, or she can do this also. But that is a heavy commitment. Heavy commitment. So now this mix-up, this 2A is the main one. You will see this often. So you just block low. But why is this important? Why is blocking low important? For a simple reason. The jabs are mid, so if you block them low, nothing happens. So you cover 2A and 4A.
Yeah, the jabs is doing
but the third hit of dial. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, you see that it can do that jab indefinitely, but it's actually for A, which does not go into the dial A.
No, it doesn't go. Yeah. Otherwise, I get this. So yeah.
Okay.
The third hit of dial for all characters except usually some jabbers. I think Utsuo.
So.
And Koma. No. I swear I remember. I don't remember.
Anyway, there's a table of the high and low for each dial.
Yeah, the third hit is always high, meaning that you just block low all the time, and if you see a double jab, you pass the switch too high. Like that, suddenly they have a big trouble. They cannot do like a proper high-low. The last hit of dial is also always high. That is actually always high for every single character in the game, except Mei Ling, which can do a low, but it's not a great low, so you will never see it probably. So don't worry. Now that's the basic flowchart. So you always block low, except when you see this. The big jabber characters are unique, but they have worse pressure because they're repeatable jabs. They are an automatic frame trap into command normals. So if you try to mesh between those, even on instant cancel, mesh in between. Oh, it's a frame trap. Frame. The gap is not enough to mesh. Simple. That is actually, yeah. That's a far button. That's why. So jabs have this, you know, they have the mix up. So and being stackable into themselves also. There we go. Make them really good. If you get out of range a bit, your dial is now this. On 20 characters, only 4 of them don't have a high Farfave. So this one is a high. The 4 characters are Yukai, Sanae, Suwako, and Remedia. So only those characters, when far away, have a low. So when the opponent pushes himself far away, you block high. You have no reason to not to, because even the 6-8 dash attack is a high for all characters except Marisa and Patchouli. Marisa is a mid and Patchouli is a low for some reason. So in the case when the opponent is far away, you just block high. So you block low all the time when they are close, except for the mix-up, You block high all the time when they are far away, and even if they have a low attack from far away, that is minus, even on wrong block. There you go. And that is like a general thing. Usually dash attacks are not that great. 6A is like borderline. 6A is the same, not great. I could use Yomu, same example. I could use Komachi, same example. All those lows, they are not great. They usually are really committal. They are useful for spell card super cancel. So you block them far away, and usually they have like a common normal that they will use more often than not. So for example, Reimu, yeah, 6A. Mostly because he doesn't really have a low. 3A is high again. Though it's not bad, because you can do it, I guess, you can do it, meeting. No, and a hard. Which is pretty sick, actually. But, so basically, your, this flowchart, makes you really strong. Check it out. No, just block.
If you got basic defense, which is simple rules to follow, you're really ready for actual pressure, because
as you can see, like
either the guy who does pressure will do the strings, either he will do resets, and the resets, it breaks the timing, so you see them happening, and you can reapply the flowcharts
nothing changes. Like even if I do this, it doesn't change anything. So yeah. There is more.
Yeah.
There is more, obviously. Again, like 6A is all high for all the cast. 5A is all pretty much all high. And once you recognize what is the command normal they will press, so what height, low or high, you get to easily border escape, because if you border escape a command normal, you are usually out, or at least you get a really big advantage.
It's rather free on a command normal.
It's pretty free, yeah.
It's very rare that border escaping on a command normal is not a good idea. So do border escape the big buttons. It's important. So for it's exciting. You will use it often because 3A is kinda bad. It pushes a lot away.
You can create a really interesting scenario with the B. Do me a favor, do B6 block 6A and do B6 4A, okay?
Okay.
B6 then 4A or 5A, whatever you prefer, right?
Okay.
See that? Now, a normal string usually cancels the 6A into a projectile, but what happens if it does B6, for example? You can get through, which is can be good. Depends obviously on the situation, but it can be good. You don't have to do B6 or do advanced B stuff. I was just showing off that, again, like neutral, the game is really keeps flowing. It doesn't ever stop. It keeps flowing into a direction. You have to control that movement. So now we established that you have this flowchart, and the flowchart is a constant. It's consistent. It works really well. So the point to mix you up is to do different things. In the air, it's the same thing. Jump. You have a single jab and a single command normal, which means that if you were to block the command normal, the opponent has no more mix-ups, because the only thing he can do is cancel. So we go back to that lesson. You don't border escape. Fly. Use the fuzzy. You can fuzzy out like on the ground. On the ground. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm introducing something I didn't even introduce on the ground. So we talk about this entire flowchart, and if you know what buttons are going to happen because you recognize what's the main big button, you can basically go into this fuzzy guard. When they do a command normal, as I explained before, actually, they usually cancel into a projectile. The projectile can be tight or non-tight. If you do the fuzzy, you just beat both. And you can pick a normal character. Utsuo now is not necessary anymore. Anyone?
Marigo.
Purple Marigo. One major thing you can do in defense is this. You basically can hold again this fuzzy. There you go. You can even that was obviously really offensive, and I can actually follow up. Second. There we go. That's a frame trap on an aggressive fuzzy. But normally, if you want to be, play defensive, you just 6D, you do the fuzzy 6D, and then immediately 4.
That's blocking.
And you will block offensive, and you will block everything, which is really strong. Especially because there are this kind of stuff. Yikes! Can happen. It's a common occurrence.
Okay. Yeah.
My brain is slowing is slowing the information.
It's fine. We don't have many things to explain.
No, yeah,
anymore.
we're just kind of destroyed by this entire thing. So, this fuzzy is super important. You can apply it also in the air, because in the air it's the same. You have a single button that you can follow up with a command normal, and the command normal, this one, that's 6A, 3A, J6A, J8A, and such. Don't have a follow up, so if you throw something non-tight, they can just do the fuzzy and get out. But if you have something tight, they just block. And they have to respect the projectile. This is important because the projectile, if not respected, if blocked in the air, usually they cannot move after. You stop. As if they move, you can punish them. You don't have enough time to move. It's not exactly universal, but tends to be pretty much universal to a general degree. So that is why your pressure in the air can get bad if you start like doing this jump. Like that is tight in theory, but they can, if you do that, they can both escape 6 and punish you. Oh. They can J5A you from through the bullet. So as you can see, like there is all this flow going on. There we go. See? But if I expect that, I can do that, which is far better. It's also harder to do. There we go. See? Now this kind of type of pressure is actually what you apply also on the ground. It has the same concept. Because I think this is really important, being both offense and defense. Up to now, is anything unclear? Something that sounds like stupid or incorrect or like doesn't make sense? Like I need some viewer. I need some viewer analysis. Like tell me if everything is clear. Because we are almost on the final stretch. We're almost done. Anyone? Is it all cool? Yes, it does. That's what we're trying to say. Like, because if you understand the fine line of the game, a lot of things make a lot of sense, and they become really, really good. Silence to me is okay. So I'll just go forward. So now we establish how to basically escape in defense. Just one more time. You block low all the time, because the main mix-up of the game tends to be a low. If you do a double jab, you block high the third hit of the dial. So for Emiya, do you have to guess to actually be? No, it's the same. If she does like command normal, you fuzzy. If she does, it's that they tend to do certain buttons which are really big from jabs or far. So you have to guess from those, yes. Because from command normal, they are kind of forced to do certain things. So you can just fuzzy. But you have to watch out on what fuzzy. See? It's the same. Vermiglia is actually the same. It's just that you have to recognize what button. And I'm getting here right now. So defense, low. The rate of dial is the same high for everyone. Far away, it's always high. 66 will be always high, so there's no reason to block low. Dash lows are really bad, so you don't block low from far away. And often, the best poke of the game tends to be the button, a certain button. It's not always 6A high, sometimes 6A low. Sakuya has a 6A that is low, but it's a poke that goes pretty far. And then, if you block a command normal, you want to either fuzzy or border escape. The fuzzy is free, and you can get out a lot of I'm dying. You can get out of certain situations really well, because border escape, while it is a catch-all solution, it's a catch-all solution, it binds you to this neutral jump, which the opponent, we are tired, which the opponent can actually follow up like that easily, and not punish, but you're stuck, you see?
Yeah, I can press A5A.
You cannot press anything, you cannot fly. So B2 is a catch-all, but obviously it's weaker. Now, with all this in mind, how do you make pressure? This is the last part. This is the last end. This is the clincher. We are at the end. So how do you make pressure? How pressure is made in this game based on defense? How defense works? It seems to imply that certain buttons will not be respected. 6A, you have no reason to, so to speak, respect it, because by doing the fuzzy, you can avoid this situation too. But can you block? Okay, that was kinda, I can confuse for a moment. See, if they try to fuzzy, for example, you do the stagger, that doesn't punish them, but it does make them block. Oops. Oh, is it
Yeah,
punch?
you finished me.
Are you punching?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Wow! I guess Maisa is really bad on dash block. Normally you don't punish them, and you push them. Which is pretty good, because you can create a situation like this. That's more pressure. So here's how it works. A certain button will create a certain other button from the opponent, obviously. So buttons like jabs, far, are kinda open. And you know why? Because of the step. You go back. Jab, command, normal, bullet, and so on. So
this is a skill to the concept tree.
yeah, it's important. So listen well.
Yeah, you've been taught here is how to defend against pressure, but follow the concept tree. But all the thing it comes to when do we stop following the tree and decide to reset from, say, a jab, and now they can, as you say, if you're close,
the two mix-ups, basically. Like, not the mix-up imposed by the game, but the mix-up imposed by the meta, basically. Yeah. So, a jab is scary. Like, let's say you want 5C. It's plus on block, right? But it's not tight unless you do wrong block this. Which is really hard to obtain, because the opponent doesn't really want to block. It's gonna block easily this mix-up, because Rainbow doesn't have a proper low-high. It's kinda... Besides, they want to block the 6A, because if they block the 6A, they can just board escape, or they can fuzzy. Like, blocking the 6A is the big thing. It's not the 2A that you want to block. You want to block the 6A, which is the big button. So this one is the only way to get this, which is plus on block, and makes you follow up with this, which is really, really good, actually. See? But in truth, the mix-up will go like this. Let's say you block this, you ask for distance, the point blocks high again, because there is no, like, the low doesn't matter really. So what happens here is this. You abuse other things. Look at this. Why won't you, you can actually fuzzy after bullets too. Do me a favor, 6D. Because from bullets, this is super important, like, this is mega important. From bullets, you can high jump cancel. And high jump cancelling is the main thing that you will see often from bullets, which is, it's not good, mind you, it's not super good for certain things. People will do often something like that, but if you fuzzy, see what happens? You can fuzzy from both scenarios, this and a bullet.
Oops, my bad.
Yeah. Because even if they do command normal tight bullet, you can actually steal fuzzy. So what is stopping you from doing that? And that's what you have to think. What is stopping people from, you know, fuzzy? Oh. That one. You cannot chicken block, you cannot dash, and you cannot high jump. There is a set amount of gap of frames that you are working with. A jump is like 7.
6 frames.
6 frames of startup.
6
on
frames
7
for
you're
can block.
Yeah, on
Like,
the 7 you're blocking. High jump is 21 of non-blocking, and it has a counter hit effect. 60 is around 11 in the best case scenario. 15 is usually the 15-14 is the usual. Which
yeah,
means that
right.
if a scenario like this has a gap of 5, it beats everything. And this has a really low gap. It beats everything. Oh, shoot. You cannot high jump, you can chicken block, you cannot dash. It doesn't do much damage, but it stops you. That creates the mix-up. There we go. So what happens? Now that you have established this mix-up, this can happen. See? Because he thinks you are going to do AE-G6A, it's gonna block more. So you use that, recover from this, or even if it does that, you can still like punish that. You get more mixes. See? So now you have something that is clearly not plus, but because you create a mix-up on top of it, that becomes problematic for the opponent. Basically, your pressure is supposed to be constructed in steps. You create the first step, which is, you know, let's say you want to use this again. So how do you stop? You check if you have follow-ups from it that can stop high jump, dashes, meshes, dashes, pokes, chicken blocks, high jumps. Though if you find something that loses to chicken block, like if you find a string that beats chicken blocks, it beats everything. So what you really want to find is something that beats usually chicken blocks, but it's not a common thing. If you find something that beats chicken blocks, now you suddenly have access to a really, really strong mix-up. Because you have to respect that, no matter what. So now you create this situation where the thing before the check, the chicken block check, which is in this case is supposed to be the J6A, it makes the button prior to that, so the 5B, a mix-up. Because either they block more, or even if they try to fuzzy, you can punish that fuzzy, because the fuzzy is the lowest low risk option. It has risk, but it's the lowest one. As you can dash block, oh sorry, my brain. As you can dash block, and again, even if you get hit, dashing, you don't trigger a counter hit. I jump. No.
No, sorry, my bad.
That's a high jump effect, a counter hit effect that is applied to the high jump. So 6D'ing after blocking something is pretty damn strong. Chicken blocking is also really, really powerful. Do me a favor, chicken block. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. You can, yeah, obviously. In this case, chicken block, as you can see, is probably the best option. But you need to recognize a situation where the gap is at least 7 frames. Otherwise, you get beaten by certain mix-ups. And obviously, this situation is still, you know, punishable. Whoa, that. There we go. But that's crazy committal. It is an option. It is an option, and if you have the right stuff, again, you can still follow up with other ways. You know, you have ways to create a mix-up even from something that looks really committal. Like that is part of the game, creating mix-ups where there are none normally. So that is the entire like core of the game, and it's something I learned like just the other day. I was thinking about I was helping Roku, and I got down this this concept. I understood the concept of pressure, and it is this creation of the step, the mix-up, and simply doing the 50-50. It's super simple, but it never occurred to me until now. So that is how you create pressure in Hisoutensoku. You create a situation that obviously creates, yeah, 50-50, let's say, to simplify, and then you work out of that. So an example for Raymond would be like this. Try to actually counter my Raymond stuff. That was supposed to be J6A! Let me see again. Again. Let's go. Again. See? And now the game starts. Like, PC Volt tried to high jump. No, I did J6A. Tried to chicken block. No, I did that thing. Was blocking again. I did the. I kind of screwed up. There was supposed to be like this. That is an actual string that is composed of different mix-up points. To specify, tight, you cannot jump that, but you can do that. Yes, you can also border escape. There is no mix-up here. Yeah, as you can see, if you border escape the G6A, you're kind of screwed. Or are you? So now, as you can see, there is like an option to everything. But the point, as an option for everything, it gets really trippy. Like in Hisoutensoku, to do proper pressure, you need to more read your opponent and create constant different situation. In a single string, you can actually have so many different mix-ups inside and checks to things that it gets really crazy. Again, don't just block. This one is like J6A into a tight attack. And you do this. Oh, my bad. This, check. Oh, it's really hard. You do the J5A should let you. Wow, it's really hard. I'm having trouble. And instead of doing 5C, you do the mix-up from J5A from there is that you do J5A, J6A to stop any fuzzy, or you do J5A, J5B, which if blocked gives you more pressure. Last, mix up, that's chicken blockable. See? And he lost like all those orbs. And that was like a series of mix-ups in a mix-up in our mix-up. Obviously, he has to guess right all the time, but it doesn't have to commit to it, because the thing in Soku is that you have the orbs. It takes a bunch to actually break someone, and if they follow the flowchart correctly and understand how to properly block, it takes a lot of work. You have to force them into those really wonk situations that are not easy to even create. You need to understand how your button works on recovery, on cancel, if you want to commit or less. And Volt, correct me, I think that explains pretty well pressure both defensively and offensively, because if you understand how to do offense.
Yeah, they're both two pretty big topics.
Yeah, no, I know.
What we did, I think, was pretty good at giving you an insight. What are the good habits? What how pressure is constructed,
like,
and what you want to achieve when you defend, and what when you pressure.
We could also have other streams where you again tackle those things like question and answer, like proper question and answer, like ask anything.
Yeah.
We could do that. Not now, but actually no. I think we done. That was pressure and defense. I think I said big brain stuff. I think it should be good. Like if you listen to this, I think you should be learning some stuff. I really hope I did a good job. So, does Reimu have any option to stop body escape 6 jab after the opponent blocks a restand J6A? Yes. Come here. Do the B6.
Up.
Funny enough, just stagger. a lot of your options become like this: do thing, create mix up from the thing, and then don't do the thing. That's it. Like, okay, I'm doing 5B.
Yeah.
I do 5B, the mix-up is that it beats, if I do EA G6, AE G6A, it beats everything outside of our reversal. So what happens is that I simply, let's say my opponent is like, bro, I'm gonna block that G6A and board escape, what you gonna do? Simple. Paco, what do you expect? So you start this mix-up game that is mostly mental, rather than be about numbers, which you can still create from certain moves like that. It's a mental fight. Let's say you want the J6A to board escape, you don't do it. You do just 5B. Stagger, bam, there we go. As to stop autopiloting, in general, that's everyone. Like take Yomu. Yomu I think has the best pressure in the game because she actually has so many buttons to work with. Even Yukari is pretty damn good because she has some really good low high, but even then it's not enough. Like here,
you want to have good points to reset.
Yes.
If you have them, you can create the mix-ups that are strong.
Because, for example, Yomu will do exactly what I said. Low, 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 ba ba bam. There's no mix-up, you see. But then she has like this, which is unique to her. And she can do kind of do this mix-up, but you want to stagger from this because on roam block is +4. But you have also this. Today I'm not on it, which is your best high being like plus even on right block, which lets you do more pressure. And if you do it on roam block, you can do, if you have some guts and commitment, make it a true 50-50. This might not look like it, but on roam block JB like this. You cannot even jump. Try to jump after. It's pretty funny. See?
Oh.
It shouldn't work. I should hit you grounded actually. It's strange. There we go. See? It's a true 50-50. Otherwise, it's just +7. It's kind of bleh. So yeah, like even Yomu, for example, the best pressure Yomu has is often this. Like that's Plasma block and it steals orbs away. And you can do like this, but yeah, if you abuse that eventually, there we go, you can fuzzy even that one. But then
yeah,
shut up.
Dude, yeah,
God
you carry boxing.
Yeah, she has the thing. God damn. Well, I can do this. There we go. I can frame drop. There we go.
Truly the best matchup.
Jeez. That is really big. Like I can still do that, which is fine. And because of that, the opponent is like, oh, he may do the 3A, so I'll block more. Or am I? And then I do this one and then that one, which is tight. So how? Example, there's a classic. How do you use Medius Bind, which is not tight at times, and you can like people can actually high jump the G6A. Do me a favor, high jump. So why would you respect the G6A at all to make the 2C tight? Simple. Stay down.
Oh.
I have an instant, I have a rising J5A that can utilize if you try to jump. But if I do that and you crouch after the Medius Bind, right, that's you, Kari. But normally that will whiff. Depends on character.
Yeah, you're correct.
But if you block low, I think it whiffs.
Yeah, of course.
No, exactly.
It does have
I guess Yukari is really good, but normally that will whiff. So now, like, I do Medius Bind, and you go big brain. Like, I'll just crouch. He's trying to check my jumps, so I just crouch. So you do that. Like, I think it's pretty clear how the mix-up game in this game works. You create a path, and then you just check all the escape points. Yes, as I always say, create expectation, deny them. You create an expectation and then just go the opposite way. That is the entire pressure game of Soku. And it's probably the most important thing in the game, because having good pressure is not super vital, but it is really important because it also teaches you how to play the neutral game. Because the neutral game is the same as the pressure game. Create an expectation and then kind of subvert that. Like that. Get close? Nope. More bullets. The entire game is just frame trap galore, basically. And not only that, we didn't say this, but It's a bit late to say that, I guess, but I'll say it anyway. The one of the things that is not unique to Soku, but I think I never saw it in many games. Any frame of recovery of a move can be cancelled into another move.
Oh yeah, this is very
It's
big.
really important.
There's no the windows are
Like the cancel
as the
window is the
recovery.
same as the recovery, pretty much.
Yeah, so it makes for
Like this
the
one, last
yeah.
frames, bam. This part way, basically recovered, but still cancelled. Like you can delay a lot, which also creates even more mental games. But in truth, it gets really simple. It's all about, you know, if you have a plus frame move, for example, like some characters also have plus frame bullets that should be used. Like Sakuya, from far distance, she can do 5B, and without doing any follow up. It's plus. Try pressing a button. What? There you go. Which is really good. You can throw this, and you have a mix-up. And if I try to board escape this, which is a good option, you basically can even react. And if you don't react, you can just do that. And if they board escape, you can actually stop it. Like this kind of stuff requires obviously more than just a guy telling you how it works. You need to obviously sit down, study, maybe check the frame data, because frame data is some god in this game. Like, if knowing that a move is like tight or has a gap of one, even just one frame, it changes completely how the move behaves. Let me see an example of that, because I have it, I think. Now I think we are done. My brain is just not there anymore, I'll be honest. What was it? For example, 6A, block this, 6A, and then high jump. Just 6, command normal into instantly cancel 2-1-4 as Yomu, the C version, is always a frame trap. It's a frame trap. It is a gap of like, at any distance, less than 6, because you get hit grounded. So you just throw this randomly, you don't even think about it, and it's a frame. But then you have like stuff that is tight, and sometimes you don't want the stuff that is tight, because stuff that is tight, and I forgot to mention this, don't have it. Stuff that is tight can be actually a problem, because it makes your pressure less mental. There's less to think about, which is why the entire fuzzy concept exists in the first place. Because by holding the direction, if there is nothing to mix up, the game will just do its own work for you. But still, you also want tight moves, so you need both. But sometimes you want those gaps, and knowing how much that gap is can change completely how you're creating your pressure. Let me see an example. Oh yeah. Let me see if I can get it. I can get it. Hopefully this is a yellow deck. I wasn't watching. It should be though. Because it has a coin, so it has to be a yellow one. Just it takes a bit to recover. How many clones do I have again? 8 of them?
Probably.
Oh jeez. I want to use Phosphorus Slash because it has a pretty on point thing about it.
Wow, you never get it.
No, it's crazy. Maybe I should have at least 3 of them. That's the funny thing. I know I have 3 of them.
Oh, finally.
There you go. So for Sway Slash, it's pretty interesting because by few frames, like this one is tight. This one ain't. But that one, block stun is augmented in wrong block. So if you got the guts, you can mix the opponent and get better, the same benefits of Phosphorus Slash plus an extra orb. Now this is important because I think the C version of Phosphoid Slash is straight up like 25. Don't quote me on that.
It has to be less than 27.
Oh yeah, right. Forgot. No, sorry. The example was Recap. Slash of Life and Death. This one. The C version is 22 frames of startup. That one. And you know how much block stun is a common normal? 21 frames. By a single frame, you have a really strong frame trap. But if it was like a 21 frames move, you won't get the frame trap. You will get a tight move. So you will need to delay. Which is annoying for you, because instead of doing that, you can just not think about it and do this. That's a frame trap.
I try to backdash.
It's pretty easy. For Phosphoid Slash, it's kind of similar in the fact that it also requires. Let me see. Phosphoid Slash is 26 frames on. It's 25 frames on the C version. Block stun on a ROM block is 26 total, meaning that ideally you should be able to, by frame, right? A funny thing is that you can do that. You may not see it, but I'm doing EAG6A JB. AEG6A JB. Now, why is that important? Do a ROM block, low block. Dash after. Try to dash after.
Yeah, I tried.
It's kind of hard. That is tight, right?
It is.
The funny thing is that it's tight on perfect frame. You have to cancel perfectly. If you don't get the tight. It's really hard. There you go. And that trick is theoretically requiring execution, which is not the point. Only works because you get -1 frame on AEG6A ROM block. If you do JB, it's -1, so it's like instead of being 26 frames, you get 25. Like 1 frame.
Yeah.
1 frame can change a lot of things.
To sum it up.
Yeah, sorry, I get lost.
If you understood frame data, you can create
and the gaps and
a
the
lot.
startup of things.
You can create frame traps. How to make things tight, how to have a backup plan when your just 6A is not working, for example. Yeah.
It sounds complex, right? Like I feel like if we made it sound more complex than it is. But maybe
it is.
It is complex. I mean,
but like I've made a mod that should simplify you the process of learning all the frame data and the gaps.
I can actually show it.
Okay. Well, I can quit Soku.
Yeah. It's been a lot. It's been a hot minute,
Hot.
It's been a hot minute. Yeah, apologies for that. Second, I need to open another version of Soku to do that. 1, 2, 3. This one? Please don't screw up. Don't screw up. Wait, if you screw up, I'm gonna be pissed. For some reason, I feel like kind of relaxed now. I don't know why. Maybe because we're done. See? Oh yeah. Okay. It should be seeable.
You can see it on the screen.
You can, right?
Yeah.
It's cute. Green. Basically. Ah, good. Gosh damn it. Second. God. My bad, this is the other version of the game that I utilize. It's completely different from the other, so. Also, I had music for 3 hours and it has been 3 hours, so I think people have probably listened to every single song I had here, which is okay. Give me the stage. There you go. So, how much is it? Let me see. Yeah, -2, -2, -1, 0, +2. As you can see, anything I do is set here. Moves that have gaps, 0 frame. This string is literally 0 frame. You can try to do anything. The only thing that will work here is a reversal.
Or a backdash.
I mean, yes.
It's important to know them.
No, it is. It truly is. No, you're absolutely right. As you can see here, it leaves me a +7. It doesn't say the block sum, which is too bad, but you cannot have everything. If I do B, if I do a game, see? +5. +5. It kills 2 frames because it takes 1 frame and then it adds 1 extra for recovery. But when you do a cancel, instead it's just, you know, pretty useful. You get the gap, and the gap is important again, as we said before, because it, you know, it's how you create pressure. If something is a bit Shi-Gen blocks, let me think. Oh yeah, here. I close that with Remo, and then we are all free. As you can see, the gap is 5 frame, and if you go further, it's 3 frames. Gets better on distance. See? Super up close, it's... I want to cry. Yeah. 5 frame. So if you know the startup frame data of a jump, high jump, mesh buttons, and whatever else, by knowing that gap, you know what can be inserted in there. But in general, the general line is anything that is under 6 frames will die. So yeah, that was that is now before Hisoutensoku. We tried to explain to you every fundamental we got. It's not the last time we will talk about this. Sometimes you, I mean, yeah, it's practice. It's all practice. Sometimes I do that. If you play a lot of fighting games, it becomes a natural habit, and usually you can actually notice like frame data from the eye. Like you notice when you are at advantage or minus, like by eye. It's just practice. But yeah, no. I think we said everything, Volt, right? Yes.
Yeah, we went from the.
Yeah, sorry.
It's quite long to go through from the notation, the buttons, all the core mechanics, presenting the characters, and how the game is meant to be played. It's quite long to do all this.
And
but I hope it was quite informative.
And ideally, I can close it here. But if you have some questions, we can answer some. Otherwise, thank you for listening, and we'll be around. I mean, it's not like we're going anywhere. You can ask in the server, you can ask us, you can ask that guy. I don't know. Read guides. We have a bunch of them. Watch more videos. I have 3 different streams where I talk specifically offense, defense, and stuff. So yeah, it's not like you're missing, you know, information. And also, I will upload this obviously on my YouTube channel together with the other 4 videos. So, oh boy, oof, oof. So yeah, if you got questions, we're gonna wait for some seconds, for some hot seconds. Otherwise, yeah. Oh, thank you, Volt. This has been a long evening. I'm hungry, quite hungry. I'm definitely hungry. It's been a tough one. You know what's the funny thing, Volt? The thing about steps, like how to build pressure, it's something I learned like the other day.
You're not cutting stream?
What?
You're not cutting the stream?
No, yeah,
I
I'm waiting a bit more for questions, otherwise I'm done.
Okay, fine.
Just
Also, go on.
fine. No, like I'm saying, like it's something funny because it's something I understood literally yesterday by helping Rope. Like it came to me like, oh yeah, now I understand how to make like really stupid sick pressure. For example, god dang it, I need a deck. No, no. Why is the button? What? No. What? What? Oh, 6. Yo, do I have a phosphorus slash anywhere? Oh yeah, I have one in the red one. Oh my god, I missed my PS4 pad. But yeah, no, well, an interesting thing, like understanding the, for example, this. You check this out. The gap is 10 frames, right? It looks like 10, but in truth it's not. It's a bit less. You cannot actually mesh because the bullet comes back. So like, you can do this kind of thing where you actually don't do anything and then do another mix-up on the ground, which is nothing crazy because just that is kind of better at times. And you can get a lot more crazy stuff. You know. But it is really neat, like the concept of doing, like, understanding that you can create mix-ups where mix-ups that were before they were known is really neat, especially with Remo, because I think Remo is a character that it's kind of overlooked in that sense. She doesn't have really great mix-ups, so being able to like do this is really big. Like it doesn't seem like much, but it is. This and this. Though having respect from this is really hard because again, you don't really get to do much. So, I mean, you call the in a crazy tournament event, you could do this, but it doesn't probably work. But still, it's kind of nice, like even just tagging and then following. You know, I think it's important to have this kind of pressure. It adds up to the character. It's important. It makes it really strong. Whew, okay. Seems that everyone got their tongue tied. Then, thank you for joining us on this long-ass stream. It's been a pleasure explaining all of this to you. I hope it was useful. Thank you again, Volt. Thank you, people, for watching.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.
And I think we can go have dinner or sleep or talk Soku in the server. Well, something, I don't know. Have a beautiful day, my people, my friends, and we'll see you for a tournament or another stream. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.